Welcome there, traveller. Please, take a seat, grab a drink, and enjoy the Sunday session.
Okay, let's do a bit of a recap on what happened last time.
Shit went down, yo.
I should have...
You guys did it, well, I might just cover it a little bit more thoroughly since that episode is AWOL.
Yeah.
Lost to the sands of time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll get you
Mists
like, the
of
doc
history.
anyway.
The things of another thing.
I was pretty much just going to go around the table and just get people to... Hello. Oh, I'll go try and read in real time.
Because I have to try and make it short and snappy, there's always just a shitload of information I have to cut out. So there will be stuff that will just go, oh yeah, that thing happened.
Okay, yeah, I'll go around the table. Why you went and saw Don Squiglione.
Did that happen last session?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
You're asleep.
And Dave also reported in with Squiglione at one point.
He's been doing some decorating.
He has been.
Some really cool decorating, I would say.
It's not like he's got much else to do.
Ulrich, I think, went and talked with Father Petrovic. Was that what you did?
With someone else, I think.
Yeah, you spoke to him and Irina.
And we half convinced her and her brother to come with us, and then we did convince them? Maybe?
You didn't
Actually
think you had been
no.
successful, but they ended up joining you on the morning of.
Oh, yeah. Didn't we go to... Oh, I feel like I went and talked to someone else as well, but I could be wrong.
Because I think you found...
Yeah.
You found Izek? That was your one?
Because I didn't want to go see Father Petrovic because, like, I was exposed by someone else for being, like, kind of shady.
Yeah.
It's like, nah.
So yeah, you found Izek in a advanced stage of decomposition on his left arm, which is kind of impressive considering yesterday it was fully formed and healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's on his way to being the 6 million gold man.
Yes. Wick.
Wick went and spoke to Blinsky.
Yep.
And just brought Blinsky into the fold of the thing. And then I think recruited Rudolph?
Yep.
Rudolph to come with us and sort of be our point man in the city of Barovia. City of Barovia.
They got the township of Barovia and the township of Valaki.
Yeah. He was going to come with us.
Yep.
Sort of lay groundworks in there for the insurrection that we're planning against our vampire overlords.
And yeah, I think everything else was essentially lined up through that. You guys then set off to head towards the village of Barovia. Basically.
Oh, hang on. Why you also met with the Raven clan?
Yep, you did. Yeah, with Erwin.
Yep.
And
One of the things.
started looking into the family history a little bit, trying to find
Yeah,
some connection there to the skull box.
Yeah. Yep. Trying to
Sort of like Raven, Ravens, Ravenloft. What's the deal with that?
What's the deal with all of that?
What's the deal with ravens? What's the deal with ravens? That was my Jerry Seinfeld. What do you think of my Jerry Seinfeld?
That was amazing, and you could be a legitimate impersonator. In real life as well.
Ouch. Ouch.
Fuck.
Ouch.
No, you say sorry right now. That's not.
We're not continuing on until
Yeah.
You apologize.
you apologise for a Michael Richards apologist.
I'm sorry. That was very insulting to Jerry Seinfeld.
And yeah, you guys set off. Partway along, you started. Basically, were stopped by a small roving pack of bandits who you basically just bullied through.
Piss off. Bully!
Cheers, Teddy. And then they turned out to be a larger pack of werewolves who started to actually stalk and follow you.
You see, we have to kill
yeah,
every single bandit that crosses our path.
That worked
No
out really well for
exceptions.
them.
Didn't it? Yeah. They made a great decision doing that.
Sometimes it's about sending a message.
Yes.
It ended up being a
wholesale slaughter, I think, is probably the best term for what happened.
what was the term? Yeeting werewolves off a wall. I've been enjoying using the word yeet a lot lately.
very descriptive.
I feel very hipped with it.
Yeah, considering it's really just a replacement for the word throw, it does so much more.
Yeah.
I feel like it conveys a level of joy and dismissal that throw doesn't.
You can walk into the house and throw your jacket off to the side. You don't walk into the house and yeet your jacket into the corner. That just doesn't seem right. Yeeting has a sort of a gravitas and a flourish to it. But yeah,
Let's talk about it.
But yeah, you spent multiple rounds of yeeting werewolves off a wall until you were... Well, the fight was concluded by a hooded, shorter gentleman with a bow and arrow and a three-headed dog.
Very good boy.
And a good boy.
Triple good boy.
We don't have enough hands to pat him on our own, so we need to team up.
Or enough
to
asbestos gloves.
That's true.
Oh, I finally get to use Mage Hand. Yes! I took this as a fucking cantrip 2 years ago, knowing this was going to come up. The entire character was built around, how do I pat a fire dog?
Well, how do I pat three heads of a three-headed dog? One hand, two hand, mage hand.
Asbestos gloves, Mage Hand. Fuck yeah.
I swear at some point there was like why you and I had like a mage hand arm wrestling contest.
No.
If not, there should be.
No.
Just like in the lore
That's not
of
a
it.
thing. I'm not going to speak for Why You too much, but I don't think he fucks with dick measuring contests.
No, I think you probably would have done the Mage Hand wrestling, and then I just would have done the Mage Hand making fart noises with your Mage Hand, with my Mage Hand, and then claimed that I won.
Because it's not above that sort of level of dick measuring contest.
You know what? No, I probably would have paid that.
Yeah. The scene is you guys are on top of or on one side of the wall. On the far side, there is a hooded individual and a three-headed dog that has whole sections of it that are made of fire.
And absolutely no more werewolves?
Those that were still alive basically scarpered. But there's not very many of
Because they
those.
saw a dog that's bigger and made of fire.
Made of fire, and two of them got shot off a wall.
Alright, I'll be the first to see it. Anybody ever seen a dog like that before?
Religion. Actually, wait a minute. I would actually know.
Oh, you
Yeah.
everyone, 100% know of the
Yeah.
the mythology of Cerberus.
See Erebus.
Esquire.
I think that would probably be the greater point. Not has anyone seen a dog like this before, but that's not him, right?
Yeah.
There is only one dog that looks like that. He can't be here.
What's he doing here?
I mean, you're in your backstory. You have direct knowledge of the incident in the gladiator pit, so you know.
Yeah.
As far as you're concerned, Cerberus is dead.
You may have been there. At the very least, you heard about that.
Yeah. Well, I was sent here to stop part of the group that...
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I think Cerberus is dead. I wasn't 100% sure about that. Okay.
Well, Cerberus was killed in the pits. That was something that happened. That kicked that whole
honest,
jam off.
Most of what I remember about that was my monk flying around.
A group
That was about it.
of people got crucified for that having happened.
And
Do you remember that?
I've got a shocking memory.
We know.
I remember there was we were in the band and it was a cool guitar riff and we all came on
So you remember the beginning of that episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
You don't remember the end bit.
There's bad memory, then there is forgetting your own crucifixion. It may actually be the line where it crosses over into get a CAT scan.
Yeah.
Okay, so from memory, and this is just from having listened to the first episode, you were on the hunt for our previous party of 4
Yes.
because they were involved in the capture of. Oh no!
I was to stop.
We were part of the same school, so you were just sent off to hunt for us.
I'm basically the way I saw it is I was off to hunt for the necromancer because he's pure evil, and I didn't want him joining up with Count
Von Stradovich.
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, the necromancer was very much involved with a group of people that were supposedly responsible for capturing, and in the end, creating the circumstances where Cerberus was killed.
I would also assume that, well, this is me personally, I would assume that the heads of my church order, or possibly a lot of the church orders, would know, well, that there was a potential for lichdom in this area. Therefore, having a necromancer go to that area would probably be a bad thing.
Having necromancers alive anyway is usually a bad thing.
Well, yeah, true. But having them have access to an evil temple that...
The temple wasn't even known about by most of the locals. So
Okay. Oh, well, fair enough then.
So that aspect...
Yeah, but
I
the
would say-
gods would have told... Well, yeah. Like, I mean, my character doesn't know this. I'm just assuming that, like, yeah... Like,
You were sent
Does
basically ahead of larger forces to essentially track down.
Like,
the
I don't
fugitives.
assume that I was told even 2% of what like went on. I was just told to track down this guy because he was evil.
Yeah. You told 2% and remember 1% of that.
Yes, yes, exactly. But I would also know that the ranger is good.
The ranger was part of the group of
Yeah,
bestial catchers of that school, and
Yeah.
as far as you're
So
concerned,
unless-
was also responsible for the capture of Cerberus.
yeah.
So
Now he done it again. He done it again.
bad
Yeah.
because he was a criminal, and he was also someone that escaped the rightfully passed down judgment of crucifixion.
But also,
And you also know what happened.
Cerberus
As soon as
seems
the
to be-
crucifixion was failed, that all shit fucking broke loose in Rome.
yeah, yeah.
So,
But the fact that Cerberus seems to be a pet to him, so maybe not piss him off.
that could be something you might want to attack.
Yes, diplomacy is definitely Ulrich's strong suit, and he is going to yield on the side of...
Well, no, Ulrich knows bad odds.
Does he?
He knows a fucking... How big is this thing? It's pretty fucking big.
It's a good.
Didn't you say it was like the size of a horse?
It's about the size of a horse now. Yeah,
Oh, okay. I was picturing, like, even bigger. Okay.
about the size of a Clydesdale.
So it's still
It's
growing.
a big horse.
Yeah.
Like a proper workhorse.
Yeah.
He's still growing then. He's a pup.
Yeah. It's only been
Yeah,
a month or so since.
Okay. Feels like a lot longer.
Well, we've been playing for a couple of years. It's been a month or so
Yeah, true.
in game time, in world
Watching
time.
fucking Home and Away. Like, you don't watch it, and then 5 years later you see it on TV, and you're like, okay, so it's later that day.
Considering we've had entire sessions that have been essentially one combat,
Yeah.
and those end up being about a minute long, 2 weeks corresponds to a minute game time sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, as far as you're concerned, Cerberus was killed. The people that you were tracking ended up in Barovia. You lost the trail when you arrived in Barovia and found basically that most of them had died and been burnt.
Yes, yeah, because I remember, finding the... Yeah, okay, yep.
And
I
one
also,
body
one body
was
wasn't there.
there.
And... Oh, no, we didn't see tracks going off of the... Yeah, okay.
It had
Because
been
it would've been,
raining
yeah.
and everything like that.
Yeah.
You lost
Okay.
face.
Okay, now I'm remembering vaguely. Yep.
I'm still hidden.
Yep.
I never...
That's bad.
I hid at the end of the fight, and then
Have you ever heard of a
the
thing called
fire...
Cerberus? Oh, sorry.
If you want to do a thing, do a thing. While the fire, I haven't seen what's going on there, but now I'm going to sneak back up the wall to see what's on the other side through the murder holes.
Okay.
So
yep.
I'm re-establishing a position where I can see what's on the other side of the wall.
Okay, yep.
Sneaky like.
Yep. So you're looking out towards the side that the werewolves are coming from.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where the fire came from.
Yeah. From where the fire came from. Yep.
I rolled a 20 on sneakering.
Yeah. You are sneakering.
It looked like a 1 on the other one, so I just thought that was amusing.
I have advantage on sneakering when I...
Oh, yeah, I know, but it looked like a 20 and a 1, which would have been amusing.
Yeah, okay, so you sneak over to a set of the murder holes that sort of basically look over the top of the gate proper. Mm-hmm. And yeah, down below you can see just basically the silhouette of essentially an archer with hood drawn. and a 3-headed dog with basically like a ridge of flaming hair down the back of its sort of from the back of its head down towards partway down its back, and you can see like flame coming off some of the tops of the paws. And
I'm readying the crossbow because while he did save us, he could still be trying to kill us. I think you are still on top of the wall as well.
Yes, I am.
I
And everybody
got a
else is.
15 for religion check.
religion check.
Yep.
All right. What would you know? You've been pretty well travelled.
He asked me what I know about Cerberus.
Did he yelling it down at you?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I'm talking normally at him. Yeah.
But
top of
yes.
the wall. You've heard of a 3-headed dog that's part of the theocracy in some of the more southern lands from here. Yeah, that's about the extent of what you do know. It's meant to be some sort of guardian, prison guardian.
Okay.
That's what you know. It is something of another completely different region's religion. So,
Oh, fellas, I think this one might be a cop. Not actually saying that. Near as I know, this one's supposed to be a jailer of sorts.
He's the guardian of the underworld, or one of the guardians of the underworld.
Which one?
The big 3-headed dog one.
good answer.
No, I mean which underworld?
I mean, the underworld?
As far as you're concerned, the underworld.
Yeah, the underworld. Like, it wasn't just a shitty movie; it's an actual place.
Hey,
I think you mean
it was a
4
mediocre
shitty movies.
It was a mediocre movie at best.
Actually, no, the first one was not too bad.
Also involve werewolves.
Yeah,
Well,
and
that was-
vampires. Yeah, yeah.
But anyway,
Shitty vampires, but yeah.
It had Nick Nolte.
Did it?
Was it not Nick Nolte?
No.
What am I thinking of?
Bill Nye?
Oh
Yeah, you're thinking of Bill Nye. Yeah, Nick Nolte's.
they are different people.
Yeah, completely.
Okay.
What the fuck are any of you talking about?
At this point, what you can see, Wick, is the hooded individual that's sort of walking up next to the this large dog and just sort of like patting on the sort of the flank of one of the left legs,
Good, that's bad.
and just like, and this thing just sort of like plonks its butt down on the ground and just sort of like crouches down and just like the left hand head just sort of nudges this little guy.
Oh.
Oh, but yeah, that's bad. Like,
Why?
real
Why?
bad.
Why is that bad?
Okay, you guys can't have a conversation while he's on top of a wall.
Yeah. It's time for
You
Ulrich
guys
to heat
can't
himself
have
off
a
the top of the
casual
wall.
conversation with him 50 feet away from you.
I mean, I'm just yelling out, that's bad. Like, I probably wouldn't hear
I mean,
it,
alright,
but
well,
yeah.
you're just saying it casually.
Yeah.
Okay, before I'm gonna roll a dice at like the dog thing, I'm just gonna read out all of the things I have proficiency in: religion, nature, investigation, history,
Yep.
and arcana.
Yep.
So
You know stuff about stuff?
I'm going like these are the only things I know stuff about, like the historical nature of a magic religious dog creature.
Yeah, all right. I'm not even going to make you roll with that. Like, any
It
number of
felt a
those
little
gets you over the
nervous
sort
that
of over the minimum requirements here. Like, you've read up of other places, other worlds, you've wanted to travel around. You are knowledgeable. You know of elements, at least elements of the Roman pantheon and their theology. You know of their understanding of the underworld, of their interpretation of the 9 hells, and one of those involves a prison called Tartarus.
By the way, this is just how I want people to talk to me all the time. It's just someone sitting there telling me that I
you
know
know
a lot of things. I'm very well informed and I know a lot of things. If you guys can just sort of take this as sort of the format, kind of talk to me from now on, that would be very good.
I think actually we're going to default to like what everybody says randomly in the street, which is drunkenly yell out, "Nice beard." I think that's how we're going to interact with you from now on.
Just out of character.
Nice beard.
Thank you.
That was also out of character. And in character.
Just out of character. Is he still cursed?
No, I believe that was sorted out at a point.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was decursed ages ago.
Yeah, a while ago now. But yeah, that prison is guarded by a 3-headed dog, hellhound style, like flaming appendages, fire breath.
No, right now it isn't.
Really, really large. But
Right now that thing is in a land that it can't leave.
being pet by a ranger.
But yeah, your reckoning of that information is, well, first of all, it should be in the underworlds. Second of all, it should be significantly larger.
Yeah.
Third of all, it should be only fucking guarding the prison of all the bad shit that goes on. That it's essentially was a prison of Pandora's box, and
Lots of hell.
Azkaban, and basically all the bad things all piled into one place and guarded by a fucking nasty ass dog.
New Jersey.
New Jersey. So you've got the situation, and the situation is not guarded. There you go.
Yeah, New Jersey.
Yeah. That's literally the only Jersey Shore reference I know.
I didn't even know you would know Jersey Shore references.
I know there's a guy called The Situation.
Yeah, that's enough. That soaks through into the zeitgeist. You can't have someone walking around with "the" as a first name and...
Oh, it's a guy's... See, I just assumed, like, any reference I'd heard about a situation and Jersey Shore, like, I just assumed there was a
It
situation.
was use of the word as its actual meaning.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what you know is should be bigger, should be slightly more on fire, should be somewhere else doing its job.
Yep. Okay.
You don't know anything of like a 3-foot high hooded person following him around and shooting things with an arrow.
No, there wasn't mention of that. Like
No.
in the margins,
No.
there wasn't like. And also,
I have a question.
You do?
I can't remember what you said in the emails when I was establishing my character.
Yes.
Did I see the Ranger in any of that preamble stuff? Or was that all before what Wick saw?
I'm trying to remember what I put in that email.
Yeah.
I think you even saw
And
I think you even saw the pyre.
Yes. Okay. So
yes.
okay.
Things of note. You saw them hood down before. How would you have described Korik? I don't actually remember. Like his facial features, like hair stylings, bearded. I'm not sure. I can't remember.
geez, yeah, it's been long enough that that's he was very
Elijah Wood.
a little, yeah, like in that, like he was very like young faced.
Yep, okay.
Like I mean, as a people they were, but even for like a halfling, he was very very clean cut, very young faced.
But it was a halfling.
And the
He was a
hound.
ranger as well. Can you believe?
I remember the
Not
ranger.
that kind of ranger though.
Didn't come up much.
The hound that was with him though, and you remember seeing that, didn't have 3 heads. Was significantly smaller,
But still a little on fire.
a little bit on fire,
Okay.
and quite literally crawled out of the fire at one point.
Okay. So I like with a little bit of like figuring out. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, putting some stuff together.
okay.
As it gets older, it just grows more heads.
It's gonna get out of hand.
Actually, I believe the two of them were never actually at the pyre at the same time. I believe Korik wandered off, and then the Hellhound emerged from the ashes.
Okay.
Can I roll a religion check on what I know about witches?
Yes,
I got to 22.
witches be bitches. Sorry,
They also get stitches.
and liches.
I'm
Mostly-
going to roll
so-
a medicine check to see what I know about pizza.
Okay, so
That's a 17.
in context, I know that the last thing that group did was have a fight with witches. I was more wondering, like, based on my knowledge of them, if I would know of their powers.
Witches best with the dark stuff. They tend to manipulate. They tend to work in the shadows. They
curse.
They curse.
So it's entirely likely he's also cursed.
That is a potential. My suggestion would be come down and check it out from a position that's not 45 feet in the air.
So, because this is basically immediately after the fight, I still have telekinesis for like basically 8 more minutes or so.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fly over the wall.
Yeah. You gonna Mary Poppins yourself over there? Because I think we did the Mary Poppins thing in the other game.
What's the softest way down for me? The softest.
Thor. Iron Man landing. Iron Man landing.
Landing on your head.
I would say probably to get Narlag to help you come down by yourself.
Oh, well, yeah, if you're floated down, I'd be like, well, I know you don't have... Yeah, okay, can you help me out here as well?
Sure thing, buddy.
You could just jump off and land on, like, a werewolf corpse. You'd be fine.
Or you land on Narlag. You can see he's already bouncy.
Actually,
Wait, what?
I'm gonna aim for an Iron Man landing.
Okay.
I don't let you do an Iron Man landing. I turn you upside down and then let you fall on your head.
Okay.
You want to do that thing?
How far up above the ground?
Like a foot above the
Why are you
ground.
being a dick? He wants to do a cool thing. Let him do a cool thing.
He's falling 50 feet.
I assume acrobatics to try and get out of that rather than athletics.
It's athletics.
Oh, athletics. Oh, okay, totally. Ooh, didn't do well. Still got to 10.
That does not pass my spell save DC.
No.
Okay.
I land on my head. I don't notice.
Okay. So you land... Oh, wait, what I'll do is I'll take one off because of the rock. There we go.
Hold on, like this is
I
like
love.
this
I
is,
love.
rolling
I love
damage?
now we're having this like confrontation and trying to like do this intimidating first contact with this character, and like the Stooges over here.
We're landing on the other side of the wall, though.
no
Oh,
like
didn't you say going on the werewolf corpse?
Well, yeah, but there's werewolf corpses on both
true.
sides.
Which side are you jumping off?
I assumed I was going on the opposite side to where this guy is.
Okay.
Sorry, I
okay.
didn't realize you were on the opposite
I
side.
mean,
No,
he was going over the wall to.
Okay,
confront
I didn't,
him.
Okay, I didn't realize that. I thought you were going on the other side because isn't most of the most of our parties on the other side of the wall?
I feel like we should.
He's in the wall. He's ground level.
Yeah.
I'm
Near the
standing
cart.
like directly in front of these guys. I'm standing on a cart like directly in front of them.
Maybe 20 feet between them. There's a gate between them, but 20 feet of pretty clear air apart from steel beaten gate. He's Mary Poppinsing over the wall to the other side. It's a verb now. He's already up in like a.
I would have started talking. I
yeah.
would have started talking to this person, except I'm hidden and training a crossbow on his neck.
Okay,
so that's why I haven't said hi yet.
I'm climbing down. Then I'll just climb down.
Okay,
Which side?
The side with the rest of the party on it. I don't care about him.
Okay.
I mean, like situation normal.
Yep. All right. So, you start Narlag start floating down the eastern side of the western side of the wall, and as you start, you're about halfway down the wall, sort of doing a bit of a Magneto pose, trying to make it look as intimidating as possible.
No.
Having no idea who
Looking
Magneto is.
presentable, like I want to say hello to this person, not I want to get shot by your arrows and also burnt by your dog.
Okay, tell me how you're approaching this then. I won't put the words in your mouth.
Like, because I can do fine control with the telekinesis, sort of just like one hand out controlling it and then like sort of leaning on the cane.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Sort
you're
of like-
going to get shot for
you're a
being...
you're a hipster.
You're going to get shot for looking like a smartass.
yeah.
Cosmity, like, I'm sorry, but I am both heterosexual and don't have any money. So I don't know what it is that you're selling, but I'm really not. Thank you.
Okay.
Wow, hello there, sir.
The
Not really doing anything to sway the male prostitute vibe you're putting in.
puts on a cowboy hat, takes his shirt off.
Stop critiquing my side hustle.
Everybody's talking. Unprompted.
I could see Narlag wearing a neckerchief.
You essentially,
He also has mouths in his hand, doesn't he?
but he was gloves.
He's wearing gloves at the moment.
No glove, no love. Oh, no glove. Ew.
You've got a price list there. Why is a hand job more than a?
I was trying to work out the exact same joke. Why is that $100 for a hand job and a blow job? Wouldn't they be different? Like, no, I do it special.
Pay the money, you'll find out. Soldier boy.
This took a very weird turn pretty much immediately.
I think Corrigan's going to be all about this one. Of all the people in that last group, I think Corrigan's going to be the least about that.
Sorry, you were saying to the new stranger.
I said hello, good sir.
You honestly just walked up and said hello, and then we riffed on you for about 45 minutes. That wasn't fair.
Sorry. Not really sorry.
I don't know. It's actually not pretty funny. If only I actually got the joke about everybody's talking at me.
So this is Cowboy, right? It's very late at night.
Okay. The large hound sort of gets back up on all fours and is basically like it's got like two of its head are down in sort of this growling, snarling position. The third one is just sort of like sniffing cautiously at the air. The shorter individual is be about 3.5 feet tall. Black hood basically coming down to pretty much eye level. It's got a like a black silk cloth mask that comes up past his nose, basically giving you only the very finest line of eye space. And he's just like patting this dog on the side.
I want to make it clear. I'm staying at least 30 feet away from these people. I'm not getting close range because they might attack and they all might also think I would want to attack.
Okay. How do you approach from
He
there?
had a bow though.
But there's a thing about personal space. I assumed that
And I'm pretty sure an arrow pierces that,
Yeah, that's true.
and then your personal organs.
That's also true.
Just while this is going on, I don't know really what to make of this guy just yet.
Yep.
And while this confrontation is going on, I'm readying my crossbow, pointing it at the little man.
The little man?
Little man, just in case he makes a move.
Detect evil. Oh, divine sense. Wait, my divine sense.
What does that detect?
Within 60 feet, celestial fiend, undead, or just generic evil.
It doesn't detect. It doesn't say generic. It doesn't say or generic evil.
It's called detect good
Yeah.
evil, but it doesn't specifically detect alignments.
Yeah.
Which is
Oh, yeah,
something
good
we
point,
may have we did actually confuse early on in the piece.
Yes.
It does specifically detect the things that list in the spell,
Yes, but
which is what
celestial
Fey,
fiend,
undead.
yeah, fiend, celestial, undead. I'm just confirming that this thing, because it. Actually, no, it wouldn't be celestial, would it? It wouldn't be fiend. What kind? What
Well, cast a
type?
spell and find out.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to cast it anyway, but
You want to see if he's undead.
yes, actually, that's probably a good point as well.
You want to see if he's something that your paladin sense can go evil, then you can point your sword at it until it dies.
Pretty much, yeah. I mean,
Your
that's
sword at it until it dies.
that's most of my.
Really, how a sword work?
That is how a paladin works.
Okay, you get pings of fiend and undead.
Fiend and undead.
Yes.
Oh, a fun dead.
It's but no direction. I'm just in within
Undine? No, yours
60
is better.
feet.
Yours is better. Undine is another thing.
Yeah.
That's a community joke.
Wait, I thought
That's an Undertale thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a character called Undine.
I never played Undertale. I need to play Undertale. I just listened to Megalovania.
actually it doesn't say whether
Honestly,
or not
fair
you know
enough.
where they are. I guess.
This is, you know that they exist in that aura.
Okay,
But yeah, you get undead and fiend.
that's not good.
In the one spot.
Does he get
He
evil?
doesn't get direction. He just knows it's within 30 feet radius. 60 feet radius. There is undead and fiend.
Does it tell you if they're evil or good?
No.
Damn.
But fiend is generally not good.
Yeah.
It's good. That's a paladin call right there.
That's a valid call.
I love the like deep in the bones conviction. You say fiend, probably not good.
Yeah, no.
That's a paladin take.
Undead also usually not good.
But yeah.
I mean, look, I have some undead friends. I just want to be real clear.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
not one of those, like, you know. So I have undead friends. It's just like it's more socioeconomics than anything. Read more on my blog. www.allofreddit.com.
You broke Ryan. I hope you're happy.
Okay, fiend and undead. All right.
So I've said hi. I've given them a wave, waiting for a response from them.
Korik was
You've got your
traditionally
hanky poking out the back of your pocket. This is the appropriate color. Last one, I promise.
Okay, now I have actually read the hanky code chart because there's like 15 different. Actually, no, it's more like 40. But yeah, there's so many different ones.
It's semaphores with a back pocket.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus, I assume he has that out of his back pocket at all times.
Yeah, I'm assuming he does his
He's always
changeling thing in terms of different color depending on his mood.
Nalag's always ready to party.
It's a rainbow. It's a rainbow. It's got every single color on it.
Let's see how long this bit can go for.
It's cool, guys. This wasn't like a meaningful, like poignant point in the narrative. Let's talk about how many dicks Nalag likes to suck.
and the pricing scale.
All of them. All of the money.
You get this response, and it's sort of
Get off my lawn.
it's the voice sort of passes you over you like a cold breeze. Be the best way of describing it. It's like it's breathy but guttural. It sounds like grave wind.
So his usual client.
Terrifying.
He's like,
It says,
what is your purpose here?
To find the Holy Grail.
No. God. Fuck me.
That will happen real quick.
Good timing though. Like I thought that was quite a good time because
I did
I'll
set
give
you
him
up
that,
for it.
yeah. That
Yep,
one
yep.
was- you served him up that one and he knocked it back.
Yep.
That's
I
fair
deserve that. But yeah.
am I a joke to you?
Yes, you are.
What are your intentions?
We're here to bring peace to the land.
Doing well at it. I just watch you guys shoot and murder and commit violence, so
Yes, but they were all bad.
In fairness, they were attacking us first.
as every person within a war says.
No, they actually did attack us first. We asked them to leave us alone, and we moved on, and then they followed us and started attacking us. Can I roll persuasion on that?
Yeah, sure.
Do I get advantage because for once Nalag's telling the truth? That's 19.
19. You see him just sort of like take his hand off the flank of the dog and just sort of like takes 2 or 3 paces forward. The hound just sort of like doubles down on the sort of the growl but sort of holding its ground. But this one takes a few steps forward and just like pulls like the face mask down, and from inside, and you're above, so you still see Hood. You're on the other side of the wall.
Yeah, I'm climbing down.
From your side, you just sort of just catch like the side. Probably shouldn't do that right in front of the mic. But catch the side of the hood, but you see him sort of reaching up with both hands, just like pulling down. These are like leather gloved hands as well.
Skeletal.
But he pulls the mask down, and you see sort of there is corporeal form within the mask, but it is.
Did you break my chair?
No, I was trying to lock it in place and then it didn't. Okay, now it's working.
Yeah, there's corporeal form within it, but coming from outside, it almost looks like spectral forming on the outside, basically creating essentially the flesh on a skeleton, and it sort of moves like a mist over the top. But if you squint a little bit and look within, you can sort of see like the almost desiccated or withered form of almost like a mummy or some sort of like it's some sort of desiccated corpse.
So
But the outside, but then like a projection of a more vibrant face, but with like spirit or ectoplasmic form.
So a skeleton, but like you can see the ghost that's controlling it.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, well, that's the coolest thing that's happened so far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
that
like,
hard,
fuck
man?
the blood slide. That's metal.
It's a little bit like say Ghost Rider, but not fire, but spirit energy.
Ectoplasm.
Ecto cooler.
The fire's off to the side on the dog.
Sorry.
The fire's the dog.
Yeah.
What are you?
Someone who didn't succeed in what you're trying to do.
And your companion?
Have you ever given a name? Sparky?
Yeah, it was
Sparky.
Sparky.
It was
yeah.
Sparky.
This is Sparky.
And he is a...
The most adorable boy ever.
Alright, you are correct in that. Who's a good boy? Who's a good
As soon as
boy?
you start talking to it, it basically like stops the
flames
enjoyment,
turn
and then
blue.
the flames just like flare back up again. And it's like again like pitched down and growling, like exposed teeth. The head on the right is basically got the mouth is open more, and you can see it almost looks like you're looking down into the caldera of a volcano.
Damn.
You just see like this red to white hot fire just like brewing at the back of its throat.
It's probably handy that he's incorporeal, because I feel like petting the dog's probably...
Well, that may be why he is. He got carried away one day. Give me a big hug. Flash of white light.
Would it be too much of a narrative leap for Wick to put together that this guy, having been part of the group that died to the hags, he knows about the original people who got the fortune reading?
I think that was something we established, that you knew of them, you knew of their demise, and that's why you were investigating what you saw.
Yeah.
The representative demise. You were following them for a little bit.
So that's what I'm trying to figure right now, is like seeing him here now, and like now us being in line with the prophecy, being able to like make that connection. That's not too big a
That
leap.
wouldn't be a leap.
I'm gonna say something.
From 40 feet up, it's like,
Well, I'm like looking down on the thing, right?
yeah.
Yeah, you was one of those adventurers what tried to get. Sorry, trying to get my wick in line. Hello. You was one of those adventurers what got the prophecy the first time, wasn't you?
You hear the voice sort of answer back, and it sounds like he's in the room with you.
Oh.
And it's unnerving, because you know he's about 40-something feet below you. And it sounds like he is just whispering behind your head.
Oh. Hello.
And it's like,
Teleports behind you. Nothing personnel, kid. It's a bad internet joke. Keep going.
I was. And well, prophecies. Hey.
Well, I mean, I feel like I should point out that we are of a common purpose in this. These other gentlemen that I am in the employ of received that same prophecy. So maybe we have common cause in this present situation.
If you like, you can come down here. We can talk. You don't have to yell. You're already beginning to get hoarse. As well as those on the other side of the wall. And at this point, he takes a couple of steps back and just like leans the left hand head down to his sort of his mouth level and just like talks a little bit into the ear, and then this large hound basically just like sidles up to the iron gates, and
I should probably get rid of the caltrop ball thing that was there, because like if it steps on it, it's probably going to not like it. I mean, like I'm assuming like I've got enough time to get it out of the way before.
Well, tell me how you deal with that, because it's stepping up towards up to the door now.
I still have telekinesis on, just like whoop up into the air,
or just to the side.
And this one is like looking at it, is like, huh. From what you guys see on the other side is the three heads basically that sit there, and the whole body looks like it's inhaling. Like taking a very large, deep breath.
Okay, I'm somewhere else.
Yeah.
Using magic means I am a place where I wasn't before, and I no longer am where I was.
Is the cart?
Because I don't
in
think
front
that
of
place is
gate?
going to be there for much longer.
It is.
No.
Can I see this? I can't see
You
this.
can see this.
Okay, run. I yell,
Fluffy is
just run.
taking a very large inhale in front of the
Yeah,
gates.
run. I just yell, run.
I get Dave to move those horses as quickly as possible.
Just leave.
From what you see is basically your fucking.
How far down am I now? Because if
by
I'm...
this point you're on ground level.
Okay.
And you just see like, why are you looking at the gate, looking a little slightly fucking panicked, fairly fucking
fucking panicked.
and then just like
I start yelling.
disappears into this
Yeah.
like white cloud of shaped like himself, and then you just see this little flash over the far side as he reappears. You see Dave sort of like thud, like left, thud right on the little hatchway that goes between like the actual cart proper and the driver's bench. You just see like the whole thing just like rattle, and then he sort of pops out and just like yells at the horses to get them going.
Yeah! If any of the people are out, I'm going to...
rumbling off.
Yeah,
and from your position, you just see this gout of flame come bursting through. From...
I assume, well, because it's a door, so I assume like the door just starts glowing, like, and then just like
think
disintegrates out.
Game of Thrones with melting of the Iron Throne, basically that whole thing.
I haven't seen that episode yet.
It's that.
You don't need to.
Yeah, I know.
It's a big fire breath thing, melting a bunch of iron.
Yeah.
Imagine fire, but big.
You know
Big fire.
You know a match.
He's big fire.
Just
Like regular fire,
But big.
but big.
He's fire. He's big fire.
It's big fire.
He's big fire.
It's big fire.
That's real good. You could have been a screenwriter for the last fucking 3 seasons of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
That's great. It's like fire.
Mean lady, big fire.
Big castles fall down.
Smoldery look. I could do this.
Yep.
Boobs.
Short man say, you know got cock. Ha ha. Big laugh.
You know win Emmy.
Oh.
Many smarm.
Jason Bateman. Surprise.
Did they get out the way?
Yeah, but essentially you see like the back end of the cart pretty much racing away from the end of this this torrent of flame. To the point like the little curtain that hangs off the back window is just like smouldering as it goes as it pulls away. But yeah, from your position, Narlag, you basically see like the iron go from steel.
would know him. Katrina. Is it
Irina.
Irina. Would know
Yeah.
him. But,
Quite potentially, she's on the other side of the thing at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
She's about to be blown up by the big fire.
She's currently being rattled around the back of a car that's passing on fire.
Yeah.
So let's see if she remembers much of anything soon. But yeah, from your position, Narlag, you see the iron go from, steely grey to red to white to dripping away from this central point.
That's hot.
Yeah, it is.
Say it again so I can finish.
As I said, that's hot.
But yeah, essentially, there this what was an iron beam or iron bar gate is now this sort of boiling pool of slag that's beginning to cool.
All right.
And this large dog just sort of like trudges through, it walks through this molten iron like it's walking through a rain puddle.
Well, yeah, I didn't assume it wouldn't. Like, it's not like it would touch it and go, ooh.
No, a bit too hot.
It gets to the other side, and you see we go up to some like this mossy grass area, and just like wipe its foot against the ground, like it stepped in something.
Oh. Well, he did step in something.
Yes, molten iron. Yeah, and this hooded individual with the ghosty Ghost Rider face just sort of like gives you the after you symbol.
I'm just going to float back over.
Yep.
Like, I'm not going anywhere near that molten iron.
I thought that was a weird flex of like trying to impress the ghost skeleton and its giant magic fire dog.
No.
You're like, wow, floating, cool.
No. I just don't want to lose my shoes.
Well, that's pretty practical then. Okay.
The cart rumbles to a halt again. Dave comes around the far side, just sees like this slowly small this small fire catching on the back of the thing. Just goes, ice beam is one of the eye things. Just like gives it a blast across the back, and just basically this fire sort of smolders out and just gives a pathetic little bit of black smoke coming off the end of it.
Oh dang! That was silk from over in Persia.
And the little door in the back sort of opens up, and Irina and I have forgotten her brother's name.
Erwin? No, that's his uncle.
Some family relation somewhere on the line.
So I was with an I because I always confused him and Isaac.
There's a lot of I names.
No.
The man about town.
Yeah, but him.
Whispering.
They sort of stumble out. And I can find his name because it is Ismark. Sorry, his name is Ismark.
Ismark.
And they see this, large hulking three-headed beast coming through. They both sort of give it this sort of puzzled look, and then they see the companion sort of very light on his feet coming through the melted gap in the fence, and they're sort of again looking over is like, is that? And Ismark is like doing the finger point between the two, and kind of putting pieces together. Like, can't quite work out first of all why he's alive, even though it was thought that all of them were dead. How the fuck that hellhound is so much larger and now has 3 heads?
Does he still have the mask down? Okay.
The hood's up, mask is down.
Oh, what is the sword thing?
Sorry?
The sword.
Sword?
My sword.
Oh,
Or what does your sword think?
Yeah.
I thought you said thing.
Yeah. What was the sword thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you think, boy?
Well, you've got to sort of commune with
Stab.
it. You're like, well, this is a whole thing. Sword. What do you think? Okay.
I mean, like, that is.
I don't know what to make of this at all. What do you think, sword?
You okay? Sounds like Beaker.
Kill them all. Okay.
Yes, sword. I will stab them all. Yay! It's like the pyro in Team Fortress. You basically get the equivalent of feedback. You are getting the exact emotion you're putting in of sheer confusion at the current situation is basically being rebounded back at you with the same level of intensity. This is a very unexpected turn of circumstance. This person and this beast are things that are not familiar at all to the consciousness within the sword. It is confused.
By rights, these are things that should be killed, but they're not.
I've got
They're not doing anything that justifies them getting killed right now.
I'm not pointing a crossbow at them, but I'm figuring I've got it slung low sort of thing, still ready in case shit pops off.
You're not pointing a crossbow at them, but you're not pointing a crossbow at them?
I'm not pointing a crossbow at them.
Yeah.
I've seen you before. You're not looking as healthy as. I mean, your dog's looking a great deal healthier, like 3 times as healthy as before. You are. Last time I saw you had skin though. What happened? We thought you was dead. Is the thing.
I mean,
That was my intent.
Oh,
Shall we? Got a vampire to kill. You got a country to save. Prophecy.
well, what are you? Well, that's what we're doing. What are you? Is this you joining our crusade? Is that a sort of situation? We've got a whole plan, you see, and it's. I mean,
More look at it as me ensuring that my original plan can come to its conclusion.
all right.
This place is not letting me go.
Yeah, I've heard that. That's a thing. You get used to it, I guess. All right. Well, anybody got any complaints about a sort of 3-foot revenant and his magic dog helping us on our sort of venture? All right. Well, now's the time. Let's get into it. Let's do some pros and cons.
Well,
The fact you both raised your hand.
I suppose more of a question than a complaint. What?
Yeah, I agree. I agree with that question.
Yeah, what was the right?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. I know I'm sort of coming in late here, but I feel like I have some points of information that maybe I haven't been entirely forthcoming about. So you guys know that prophecy that you've been given was given to a group of adventurers before, right? That was a I sort of undercutting it with the. Well, this little fella here. I never caught your name, but I think he was part of the group who got the prophecy before you lot did. So, I mean, that's sort of a sign. I feel like.
You mean the evil group that killed Cerberus and came here to join Strahd?
Yep.
they did a what
And
now?
this was
Was a
what?
What's a Cerberus?
That thing.
What? The thing that's not dead.
He got better.
Well,
Two.
Sorry, I had to say it.
Get to 3. We summon Eric Idle.
Yeah,
and he kills us. But we're not dead.
Teleports behind you. Nothing personal, kid.
But yeah, this individual is like, what are you talking about?
Your group were evil and came to join Strahd. I was sent to stop you. You had Necromancer. in your group?
We did.
Yeah, they're generally bad.
They are.
Yeah, I was sent to stop him.
Well, you got here a bit late.
Did I?
This
No, really, did I?
This is not his work. I stopped him from trying to do this to the rest of the party.
About that, I mean, maybe because that's the other piece of information I've got, right? About little one, about Augustus. Wasn't that another piece of information that Wick had?
Which part are you referring to?
I thought
Just say what you're thinking, and I'll let you know if that's something you knew or not.
I thought like I'd seen something happen with Augustus after the funeral pyre as well. Or am I imagining that? Did I rewrite?
Yes.
Because he came out of the
Yep.
Maybe not so much with that either. I mean, I saw another person come out of that funeral pyre near the witch's tower as well. Little.
At this,
Little.
you see the face sort of
A necromancer would make sense for that sort of thing.
and you
really.
see like this flare of spiritual energy coming off the side of the eyes, like severely angry. He's like, "What?"
I mean, I didn't know anything about any of you lot at that point. I just sort of saw the whole sort of post incident thing there.
Tell me what you saw in
Well,
detail.
I think first we
Is
could
that-
use some introductions. I am Narlag.
He's Narlag, is he?
What is your name?
I guess my name was and still is Korik. I forget what his surname was. It's not important.
Wasn't he like Sher? I thought he only had a first name.
I thought it was Willowwind.
Yeah, Willowwind of the Stone Rise.
Yeah, that's all it was. Yeah.
He's a halfling. He had a halfling name.
But
Well, yeah, half one.
my name was Korik, and this, and he's sort of patting again on the flank. This is Sparky.
That is an adorable name. And I...
Thank you. My mother gave it to me.
And that dog's one is too.
Dog's also, commonly referred to as Cerberus.
Cerberus died. You know this.
Yes. But there can only be one dog-like creature that has 3 heads.
Can there
And is made of fire.
I mean, that's just showing a lack of imagination. I'm pretty sure if you had like a lack of ethics and well, at least 3 dogs and the relative surgical skill, I think you could probably get there.
I don't want to know what.
I know a bloke 2 towns over. He might be able to hook you up with something if that's really no. We're not doing no. Okay, this is not the time.
The angel probably could.
Is that who you were referencing?
No, but
I think it is weird shit going on.
there's surely a Dr. Victor Frankenstein somewhere.
Every other trope's going on.
Well, the angel pretty much was Frankenstein. Well, that was his... Yeah. Sorry, Dr.
More of a Moreau than a
Yeah.
Frankenstein.
There was a little bit of both. There was a stitch together.
Yeah.
Splitting
Corpse
hairs
person.
and then, sewing them back
At
together.
any rate, my name's Wick.
Morris
I'm a
Stone.
local to these parts, sort of thing.
Morris
And
Stone.
I sort of I spent some time, sort of like getting a lay of the land, sort of scouting, sort of thing for my sort of organisation, and I happened to see the sort of aftermath of your little incursion on the hills, sort of thing, and it was unfortunate. Also, there was one of a lot of people didn't die there that seemed to die. It turns out, I saw your little fire dog crawl out of the funeral pyre, and then a little bit later I saw a similar sort of situation, but with a little mane.
You need to tell me more about that one. Obviously, Fluffy has the ability to come back. This is when we first found him. It was in the fires around a cold around.
Not Fluffy.
Sorry, I went for a Harry Potter for a moment. Sparky over here is when we found him as a wee little pup. He was amongst the fires in an arena.
Where you just killed Cerberus. Actually, wait, no, I forgot. Sorry, wait, who killed Cerberus?
We didn't kill Cerberus. We didn't even... We were set up. People think that we caught...
You found the puppy where Cerberus was killed.
Cerberus was killed. We
And then you happened to find a puppy that had flames.
I follow where you're going with this one. I genuinely do. Like, I've played that day and that night over and over again in my head, trying to work out how that situation happened. We captured a Hydra. We presented a Hydra for gladiatorial battles. When that cage was opened, the Hydra was not there. Cerberus was.
That's an easy mistake to make, what with the heads and everything. No, we don't do it. Okay, I'll...
No. Even the announcer for the games had even set it up in the thing of a beast of many heads, and everyone, the gladiators, the my employers, everyone was genuinely surprised when that cage burst open, and
Except for Tad. It was all Tad. I bet it was all Tad.
Tad, you know Tad?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
you know
yeah.
him as well.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, cool guy, right?
Like,
yeah.
the 7 foot tall, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, 9 foot dick.
Has his own castle now. Did you hear?
For real?
Yeah.
9 foot dick.
You fucking hurt me.
Yeah, he got his own castle.
Oh, that is, mate, that is...
Tad's like a celebrity in your plane.
Yeah.
He's a multi-dimensional being.
He does like advertisements for like cheap bourbon over there. It's weird.
All right. I got me some whiskey bourbon.
Yeah, I couldn't figure out who you were referring to.
I was going for a lost in translation thing, but it's all good.
Tennessee whiskey barrel. That's all that I got. But so you're telling me you were sent here, tracking us down for something that we weren't responsible for, and
I mean, don't be offended. I'm often like sent to do shit like this.
So who actually sent you anyway?
well,
Order.
What are they called?
Oh, I feel like you should know this, buddy.
of all the things that
Don't look at Ryan.
Ryan covers face with book, eyes over the top, like you got this.
The Order of Martians.
God, I hate everything.
That's a thing. He made that be a thing in the world.
That
Man.
is a thing now. It is canon. And it's going to be fired out of a cannon. Look. The only thing you're going to be able to achieve for your order now is getting Sparky back to Tartarus.
Yeah.
Because,
Oh,
as far as I'm aware, the rest of the party is dead.
and killing your necromancer friend.
That that does seem like a plot point that you're going to have to deal with down the line.
Finally killing, rather than actually, because he's already dead, you know.
As soon as you're able to leave here, I imagine you're not going to have to worry about me.
You are looking a little bit pale.
So, I believe your mission has changed.
Is it, though? I mean, I'm still after a necromancer. And I'm still trying to stop him from joining up with Strahd. And if I have to kill Strahd to do that, and the necromancer, my mission hasn't really changed.
But, to be able to pursue your mission, looks like you need to finish this one off first. And he's sort of cocking his head to the spired castle on the hill that's sort of over his right shoulder.
Well, yeah, I kind of figured that. He needs to die, Strahd. Die, again.
I'll help where I can, but I can't get too close.
No.
It's his magic sort of keeping me animated. It's his magics that prevent my spirit from moving on. So I'm genuinely worried about what he's capable of doing to me if I get too close to his personage. And I'm not going to risk Sparky getting too close to that castle either. But I'll help you out where I can. But for now, we need to get you out of the open because the werewolves that survived are going to bring more, and they're going to report back
Oh no,
to their
they
master.
may bring more things.
They're also going to report back to their master.
Okay, that's a little bit more of a thing, yeah.
And if he knows that there are formations of people that are capable, he's going to start preparing. So, let's get moving.
Low profile.
Is the master of these werewolves the same one as the guy on the hill?
You can say his fucking name.
I just keep calling him that guy on the hill.
Fair enough. Strahd runs everything that goes bump in the night.
Fair enough.
And he's made sure that even the daytime is kind of nightish.
Nightish.
The sun doesn't shine on this place.
Has anyone seen Greg the Bunny?
I have.
Whenever I picture Strahd, I just picture Count Blah.
Okay, I haven't.
Yeah.
I've now decided I haven't seen it. So, let's get to Barovia. The village. Not the country overall.
Yeah. We're in Barovia. It's got a bit of a memory problem.
With that, he pats Sparky a
That's
couple.
Count Blah. He ends every sentence with blah.
Fair enough. He pats Sparky a couple of times on the shoulder, and Sparky sort of crouches right down. And he climbs up onto the back of the neck of the middle head,
Aww,
and basically just starts
small little man on a.
riding off ahead of the caravan, essentially.
Into the sunset as we all wait.
So,
Follow
Never seen
the
him again.
three-headed dog and the small man riding him.
I
It's
assume,
such a cliche.
Yeah.
I assume we're all okay with this man being associated with us?
Not really, but meh.
Yeah, look, if we can check, let's not go through it, but if we can check in here that there was more conversations about, like, actually what the fuck happened, because what was just said out loud there doesn't really go into what happened at all. Why it has a lot of questions like, what the fuck are any of you talking about? For real. What?
Essentially, you guys
yeah,
can pile
yeah.
into the cart and try and put together the pieces, like what you know, if you know anything, what you know.
I know that Nova Rim was destroyed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely had a pretty bad time of things.
Yeah.
It's not a fucking flame. It's not a smoking crater, but
Yeah.
it has definitely suffered a pretty decent calamity.
I'm coming in like halfway through season 3 of this, so you guys are going to catch me up with.
Yeah.
Who's that guy?
You guys are essentially on the cart now. You are going at a decent clip because you're trying to keep up with Sparky,
There's a smoke monster? Like, what the hell?
and a polar bear. Right.
I've never actually seen the show. All I know is there was a smoke monster and they were on an island.
We don't need
It's like
to.
if Mark
and they were
Bradley
lost.
comes back in like the last season of Parks and Rec, everyone's like, who the fuck is that guy? I only watched from season 2 onwards.
Oh, I wanted to show Kat Parks and Rec. The first season, she fucking hated it.
Yeah, it's trash.
Yeah,
it's
I'm just
trash.
like, just keep watching, just keep watching, just keep watching.
Season 1 is the homework you got to do to enjoy the rest of the series.
Exactly. Like season 2 onwards, she's just like, I suppose this is getting better. And like, we just finished season 2, and she's like, I fucking love this show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you got to work before you play. You got to put your time in.
Yeah. You have 4 people sitting around a cart that is rumbling down the road at a decent rate, trying to put together the bits and pieces of information that each of you guys have respectively. Go.
Necromancers be bad, so are vampires.
The voice of Narlag will be played by Dave as Narlag is driving the car.
Well, we could be sitting on top of the cart.
All 4 of us.
You can also open up the little door between.
Yeah, I assume I'm also on my horse next to it, and you can just hear my booming voice no matter what, really.
I figured I was riding shotgun anyway.
Ah. So you're on
I don't know, I could be riding a fucking magic horse. I'm a wizard.
Actually, yeah, you've got a magic
This is
horse.
a fucking made-up
Yeah.
fantasy game. I'm doing fucking whatever.
Yeah, okay. So
You're on a fucking motorcycle.
Yeah, you know what?
Deal with it.
It's a motorcycle now.
actually, yeah, like
Vroom,
Honk, honk,
there was
yeah,
there
like
was that
this.
spell of summon motorcycle.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, I kept meaning to retcon that in and change that up for Phantom Steed. Yeah.
Did
We'll
I
do
tell
that
you
one
about that?
No.
In one of the extended bits, like the things that Wizards have released, like there's a modern magic bit, and one of them is like a summon vehicle, or it's basically the same as like find steed,
Yep.
but like you can have a horse.
Is this all part of
So-
the descend into Avernus module? Because I've got a whole pile of like vehicles in that.
So like there'll be like a motorcycle one or a car, and then like as you raise the level of the spell, you can get like an attack helicopter.
Fair enough. Anyway, you
So
guys
They're
are
in the Matrix, basically.
yeah. You guys are on cart discussing things. Make that discussion happen.
So
Cerberus needs to go back to hell.
It is
Hades.
possibly the most important thing to your plane of existence.
Or
that
to
happens.
every plane of existence, yeah.
And, well, no, probably not. It's, it's like the dog of your hell. It's, don't big yourself up here. It's not, come on. It's world ending, but it's not like multi-world ending. Calm down.
okay. In fairness, there is also more than one hell.
That is a 26.
26. From your understanding of some of the things that were in there, they are some of the creatures of creation. They made the world work the way it is. They can unmake it. Primarily Kronos.
Okay, I care. I'm Ice-T at the end of that Rick and Morty episode. I care again!
You made me care.
I really care.
No, he's no longer iced tea, he's water tea.
Yeah.
That was wild.
That was
fuck, man.
Yeah, it's Rick and Morty. But yeah, if any of those ancient beings, that the Romans refer to as Titans, do bust out, the fundamental building blocks of the universe could be dismantled.
That seems pretty bad. I mean, I take the point in everything. You can't really take the fire doggy back to wherever that was you were saying he has to go until we
Can
sort of
actually get out of
take
this
the
area,
take the
yeah.
take the whammy off of Barovia. I mean,
Functionally, not a lot changes, but it is just monumentally more important than it ever was.
sure, yep.
Just put higher stakes on something you already plan to do.
Yeah.
Now it just makes me not want to do it, honestly. Like, now that something's telling me to do it, I just don't want to do it.
You are such a petulant teenager.
Yes.
I was gonna.
Yeah. So yeah, you have a stake in this because you live in the multi.
You live
in the
What?
multiverse.
You keep all your stuff in the multiverse.
It's honestly it's where I keep all my stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to
even
move
those pocket-
multiverses again.
Even those little pocket dimensions where you've been hiding stuff, they're part of the universe.
Yeah,
Or the
yeah,
multiverse.
I know, man. I'm paying the rent on those things. It's terrible. Existence, man.
It's one whole soldier every week, and like those aren't cheap.
I mean, you can sublet some of it out.
Still, yeah, I mean, you got stamp duty. It's oh god, it's all.
And when you die, the Storage Wars episode of that is incredible.
Where I come from, it is actually the storage wars. Dead fucking serious here.
Armies of orcs fighting over pocket dimensions.
Holy shit, that would be an amazing
Yeah, okay,
campaign.
that is just the next campaign.
The Storage Wars.
Gotta write some things down.
You only need 2 words, just storage wars. You can figure out the rest.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, like, because of
The two that know the most are these two. These are the two that need to be talking.
You guys
Yeah.
have fun.
What do you mean?
No, that I'm one of the people who knows the most. The world's screwed. Yeah, so the thing that was bad and that we've got to do, now we really, 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 really have to do.
okay, and are you at any point going to attack this man? Because if he suddenly turns on us, that means we might have to kill that Cerberus.
Yeah, that's going to be difficult.
I would suggest.
I'm not going to... I mean, he seems okay, but I do agree that, yeah, he probably shouldn't go anywhere near Strahd. Because if he's alive because of Strahd, then maybe...
I mean, he looked pretty undead with the whole skeleton face thing. I didn't really want to, but I mean, like undead seems to be Strahd's sort of ballywick. So you know, maybe he's got a good point about not getting close. He seemed. I mean, I do look. He was a part. I mean, I've heard stories about the group of adventurers, what got the prophecy that you guys got before you guys got it, you know.
And when you guys got it, Ava did actually tell you she's given a reading to people. They got an identical reading, and with the number of cards that are in the deck, to get an identical reading means that this thing has legs.
They like ran around telling everybody that
Or
they got a
hedged.
prophecy. It was pretty weird,
And then they died.
and then they died.
And
Did
then
she
they
tell us
didn't
anything
die.
about them?
Just that there was a group not long ago that had exactly the same reading.
Wait, you said you saw
And
the
that they
dog
had
come out of a
died.
funeral pyre?
Yeah, it sort of dug its way out. It seemed alright. Like, I mean, like fire didn't really.
So that's the second time that's happened then.
Can I roll religion on that? Like seeing, because I've heard of Cerberus. Is that the thing that?
You can roll.
I mean,
is
given
known
Cerberus
of-
is the thing that guards the
Go
underworld.
with advantage because he's talking about the history of Cerberus as you go. How many times are you going to roll that advantage?
So that's 13. 'cause I have
13. Okay. Something on the level of a deity guarding creature will be harder to kill outright.
And given it's made of fire, putting it in fire, probably good for it.
You're getting flashes of the stories of Phoenix, and and cycles
this
of
sounds
red.
plausible.
It sounds plausible that something that is essentially a lesser god is going to take more than a couple of pokes with a sharp stick to fully kill.
Like you'd need to find something that's specifically designed to harm it.
Like
So
another god.
you can weaken it into a lesser state. It will burn out, and then if it's anything like the stories of phoenixes, that's the plural.
I think it was meant to just be one
Phoenix?
phoenix.
I think it's like a Cerberus. There's only one Phoenix.
Like,
Yeah, there's only one.
Pegasus. This is just
I mean, like we can
Even
say
though there is
Pegasi.
an actual plural for Pegasus or Pegasi.
Go away.
But that's the stupid thing is
It's not funny. It's not funny.
But there's no
But yeah,
plural for things.
Pectopodes.
That would be the Greek pluralization of a thing that doesn't have a plural.
It's 8 Pegasus. 8 Pegasus.
Or is it a Pegasus?
Oh my god!
with 8
I
wings?
literally felt part of my brain die.
Yes. We're 98% there.
That's generous. You get the sensation that this could be that situation. So, damaging it to the point where it basically has to reform will definitely slow down this creature, but it's not going to end it. Not being where it should be, that's a real fucking problem.
I mean,
That's going to end us.
Well,
Was the conversation just had about maybe having to kill Cerberus?
No, I was asking if he's going to attack Korik.
Right. Okay.
And he mentioned that he saw a small version of Sparky crawl out of the pyre.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Because that thing is Cerberus, and they seem to be, pretty much bros. So
attacking him's not a great idea.
yeah, I wouldn't. He didn't. He was the one that didn't die to the hags. That's kind of impressive, really. I mean, the other ones did. He's the one that didn't. So,
Although you're also saying,
Look at this one, Kiv. Look at him wallowing in a pool of his own cowardice.
you're saying one of them, the other one didn't, though.
well, there was a little man, like a littler than the other little man. I never seen a man this
Like
little.
a gnome. Oh wait, yeah, I guess a gnome. Would you know what a gnome is?
No.
Okay.
Like, ahead of you there, no.
But yeah,
They're small little men.
Well, it was one of them. He
do they have skin? Because when you saw him form, he basically formed from basically congealed blood forming up out of the ground and then forming around us as skeleton, and then kind of actually Hellboy with the Rasputin form
like that. It was.
There you go.
It was fucked up. Is what it was.
That's bad.
Yeah, and then he teleported away. I want to say.
Yeah,
So-
you heard him muttering something under his breath, and which you couldn't make out, and then he grabbed a few items off the pyre.
Sorry, I'm not. I
Actually,
remember you
mostly
messaged
items
this
off
to
it.
me before,
Yeah.
and I couldn't quite remember all of it. So.
Yep. He grabbed quite a few items off the pyre, and then flicking through a book of his, or a book that was there, and disappeared into a shower of sparks.
Religious check, I guess, to find out how bad that is. Or
Hey!
More,
Put your imaginary dice down. It was real bad.
More
it's real bad.
Okay, so,
The thing.
do I
with
have
the-
any idea about how liches work?
Not like that.
Okay.
Liches, they take on a truly different form when they finally reform. It's not usually. It would normally be they reform near their phylactery, which you do know about.
But
You
that
guys
was,
have
that was
seen
a body
you guys have
reform,
seen a lich,
Well, yeah.
and it is skeletal. This was not skeletal. This is a body reforming from the inside out.
Is it possible Strahd helped this whole process?
That could be a leap in logic. That is a possibility in your mind that Strahd could have done
So
this.
we may have to go into the assumption
Let
that
me
this
tell you
creature
this.
is also
I never
at
heard of
Strahd's
that
castle.
happening before.
Your Strahd is also somewhat responsible for Korik's current condition.
Yes.
So this could be a leap in your mind.
Okay. Well, we have to go under we have to go under the assumption that the
You
worst
did-
case scenario is he will be at the castle and we will have to attack it / him.
There is one part that you did investigate on that. You saw the eye within the dagger, or is that you guys? I think it might have been you.
No. When we got to the when we got to the funeral pyre, there was no items there.
True. I think this is you.
Yep.
The dagger that I believe
Oh, yeah.
Augustus had.
Yeah.
Was a dagger that you got from the deck of many things.
Yeah. It had like this vial within the hilt that was wrapped with this like hessian cord. Inside that was just like full of blood. And at one point, one of the ravens in the area was like tapping away at it, and then an eye sort of bobbed to the surface and then like looked.
That's not terrifying.
Cronenberg.
I mean, to you, that's probably not terrifying. You have you have mouths in your hands, and you talk to demons and things. So that's probably not that
Aberrations.
I mean,
Well,
you talk to demons as much as Nalek talks to demons.
Well, okay, aberrations or whatever you want to call them. Monstrosities.
Yeah, fair enough.
Also no. Yeah.
Not a girl.
Try again. There are several other categories of beasts. Beast being one of them. Yeah, so you saw it. The whole formation of that body came from where the dagger was sitting. You know that was there. The dagger was taken as part of one of those possessions.
Could have been. Just I'm just throwing out ideas here. You know, like what I saw could have been more to do with that like sort of magical dagger thing it had, rather than a Strahd sort of evil magic sort of situation.
Do I know about the magical dagger? Oh, because that happened after. So
No expert in sort of magic though, so yeah, I don't know, but like that. I heard that dagger though is a bad one.
So essentially what you know is Cerberus is alive. One of your quarries is...
Well, the main quarry.
Yep, your main quarry is potentially alive again.
Or at least a version of him, but yeah.
And one of the other quarries is in a state that once you are able to leave, is not going to be coming back to Rome with you.
Okay, well, I'm going to go under the assumption that
At this point as well, like the cart starts rumbling over the top of a stone bridge that goes over a large chasm, and down the bottom you can sort of just see like rapids and rushing water, and you start sort of turning a circuit around. So
Okay.
just giving some atmosphere as you go.
I'm going to go under the assumption that he has joined Strahd and that we will have to face him at some point soon.
That is definitely an assumption.
That's a bit of a leap. I mean, the other one didn't.
Well, yeah, but
He
this is
wants
worst
to-
case scenario.
Do you think he's maybe setting us up? Is he leading us into some kind of Strahd trap?
I mean, he could.
Now
be.
he's thinking it. Got to keep your eyes out for Strahd traps.
Or is that what you want him to think?
But this is worst case scenario. If it doesn't happen, I'll be happy about that. But I'm going to have to go under the assumption it will.
How does thinking that alter anything though?
It means I might need to have some extra spells that deal with undead liches on hand, which are actually very similar to all the other spells I have.
Were you planning on not catering for that situation when we go and fight the vampire? I don't think this really changes anything.
It's like, I'm going to take more things to deal with undead. Wait.
No one told me that we're going to be undead vampires. This changes everything. I'm not prepared for this.
No, wait. No, it's fine.
This Venn diagram of crossover between liches and vampires is just a solid circle.
It just seems to be a solid circle. Yeah.
I mean, like, there's the garlic. What do liches think of garlic?
It's great cooked with butter and rice.
I mean, liches don't really eat, so probably don't really think that much of garlic.
Actually made my own garlic butter the other day.
Now I want garlic butter.
The only person that's
Right.
actually genuinely eating is is not making a lip smacking sound.
They're not as good as they used to be.
I felt like the
Yeah.
sherbet used to be more
Sour.
Zingy,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
zingy. Yeah.
Sherbet.
Like it fizzed as well. Like the old sugar used to fizz a little bit. That definitely doesn't.
It was just kind of sugary, and that was about it.
Yeah.
I get
but
this.
the
I get.
toffee stuff.
I get the impression that maybe it aspirated a little bit, and people were breathing in essentially acid.
That was one of the risks whenever you ate those, is that you could just suddenly start choking on sherbet.
Yeah,
You
don't cut up
fat rails of sherbet.
But you
you
accept
should though. Really makes your nose zing.
But you accepted those risks because you were having sherbet and it's fucking delicious, and you were just like, you know what, fuck this, I want sherbet.
All right. The cart at this point now is basically like rumbling down the hill. You can see off to your right there is a large waterfall that is basically like crashing down over the top of rocks. Reasonable to assume this is pretty close to the site of the Mordekainen Strahd fight. This would be said waterfall that Mordekainen was thrown down.
I know we joked about this before, but is anyone driving the cart?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
It's fine. Wizards are known to survive this waterfall.
We look over and there's just Strahd just driving along. We just say, hey, how you going?
Is apparently it's a dual carriageway, and he's driving next to each other. It's like this pitch black with like velvety curtains and everything. He's just driving like,
Do you have any grey poupon?
I wouldn't put it past him. He's a bit of a showman. He'll probably just rock up at some point and just be like, hey, how you going, guys? I was really proud of that.
I was trying to go for more like a Fast and Furious scene.
It's about family. We're a family.
Are we?
We
all have to be drinking.
You're now down sort of within the
already
valley.
I'm pulling over and like stopping and doing a watercolor of the fall. This is historic. I'm not kidding.
The cart continues on without
Yeah,
you.
I was about to say, we're just gonna,
Like, we're not
Just
stopping.
throw a little no butt in there. Fine, whatever. It was going to be like a 5-minute. We got to pee. We were on the road for like 6 hours.
Isn't that sort of a weird like flex on your friend Mordekainen? Like, I painted a picture of where you almost died.
I went up there. I sat around for 2 hours. Came down. It was fine.
I didn't get thrown off by a
I
vampire.
didn't get stabbed and thrown down a waterfall once.
yeah.
Pussy.
Pussy.
You know, well, this is my mansion now.
This is Wayu's magnificent mansion. Founded just now.
Everybody's spellbooks are going to have to get mixed around in order because alphabetically it's now later in the book.
Really doesn't change the order very much because everything had Mordekainen at the beginning of it. Just Control F, replace.
Gonna have to look in the W's.
Actually, it's really easy. It's really easy for the encyclopedia. You just grab the M, take it at the end, and turn it upside down.
Typography jokes, I love it.
Okay.
You've just rumbled my real plan in all of this. This was the goal from the beginning. I don't give a shit about him. Just taking all of his spells and...
It's frustrating.
Whoa.
It's frustrating when someone comes along and just calls you on your ideas partway through the execution
2
of them.
years and it's
I feel like a lesser version of that would just be instead of like
I mean, you could
changing
just
M to
view it
W,
as a
you're just drawing
compliment.
dicks in all of his spellbooks. And you'd be like, "Bam, gotcha, motherfucker!" I just drew dick in every single page of your spellbook.
Why would you do that though? Horrible person. Steal all his work and claim it as your own. But yeah, you guys are down sort of in the base of this chasm now. The river is sort of it's slowing down into eddies.
Smells like mage blood.
Smells like death. And up ahead, there's a small stone bridge that sort of passes over the top of the river.
Do we need to be doing like a perception check or something?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll do that with my whole -1.
You say that, and then you whiff it, and then he's compelled to say, like, all right, fucking something jumps out and kills you then.
Yeah.
That's a 10.
A 10.
I have a passive of 20.
You have a passive of 20.
So like he's just like looking around
Excuse me.
It's funny, I have a passive aggressive of 20, but like, that's fine, don't ask me.
You know what? I'm just gonna float over this bridge.
Brian liked that one.
I liked it at the end too. I wasn't really on board with it at the front, but then I was like, that was pretty good.
You had to sell at the end with a real passive aggressive fucking bitchiness about it. Otherwise, it was just it was a fun play on words. Hem. As you cross over, you can see on the southern side of this river there is just like a clearing and like an easy bank leading into the river. This is the spot that Mordekainen pointed out is probably a good spot to launch boats from.
Then we do that.
You need to get boats.
Are there any boats?
Yeah,
here?
actually, good point. Wait.
Okay, first of all, no. Second of all, in order to launch boats, you need one boat.
Well, wait, didn't we bring boats? Like,
No.
what was the whole...
You've
Oh.
got to try
We go
and
into
you're going
town
to source
first.
some.
Oh,
from
wait,
the town.
okay, sorry. For some reason in my head we'd already done that. Okay, don't mind me then. I'd forgotten we hadn't gone there yet.
It's alright, we do that anyway.
I don't know. Oh, shocking memory. Right?
Ignore me. I love you. The cart rumbles onwards. You reach a crossroads, one pointing towards the castle, one pointing towards Barovia Village.
The castle. Shit. No. What'd I say?
There's a sign that says Barovia Village, and one just says Certain Doom.
It just says Castle Ravenloft.
Yeah, so
One's all like green and like apples in the trees and bouncing there. The other's like rotted.
You know, there's gnarled fucking trees over the top. He's just mist flying across the ground.
Let's go that way.
And then that's the way pointing to Barovia.
Ah, beans.
This whole place is a fucking horror.
Yeah, it's a gothic horror setting. Off to the side of this crossroads is just like this ad hoc gallows, which is this frayed rope hanging off the edge of it.
I remember the
You
gallows.
do remember the gallows, don't you?
Yeah.
Me throwing back to parts from way back when.
Wait,
Yeah.
didn't we stop someone dying or something?
No, there was like images of us that popped up in the gallows, and I was just like, you know what, none of this, and I just shot the
Only
rope down.
one person saw it. It was
Augustus.
It was Augustus? Yeah. And he
saw
saw
you.
yourself.
And he probably just laughed.
And he's like, huh.
Actually, yeah, I
It's
think
like,
he
that's
did.
what I've been wanting all along.
Weird.
But yeah, you again continuing on. You go rumbling past at a decent rate past the Madame Ava's camp.
Give a wave if any of them are looking.
A couple of them sort of poke their heads out to see what's going past at such a rate of knots.
Should we check whether or not she has anything to help with? You know, given she started this whole thing.
I would prefer if we didn't talk to any fucking Vistani if we could avoid it.
I mean,
Oh,
she's
dude.
one of the good ones.
Yeah.
Remember how many tried to kill you guys?
I mean, who hasn't? at
She
this
actually
point, to be
put us
honest?
on the quest to fight Strahd.
Yeah.
To be fair, everyone's tried to kill us by this point. I'm fairly sure we tried to kill each other a few times.
Yeah, rumbling on forwards.
Isn't that just what normal party members do? I just
Yeah,
assumed-
pretty much.
Don't normalise that. No, we're shits.
Yeah, you keep on passing through this forested area until you come launch into a clearing, and up ahead of you, in sort of a mist-covered valley, is the village of Barovia, which you guys, I think most of you, or you, Wick, are definitely familiar with.
Yeah, we all went. Yeah, we all kind of went through the beginning. I think.
At points, I think everyone's been through
Yeah.
there. Even
Not why you.
No, why you hasn't? You haven't been there.
Yeah, because you started. Yeah, with what's his name?
And at this point here, the
I've never been here in a cart before, though.
no.
Not on a Tuesday.
I wasn't wearing these pants.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Good. I'm glad.
I probably was.
Gross. Oh yeah, so you guys rumble into the village,
From memory, there's not much there other than an inn.
There's an inn.
There's a lot.
There
There's
was,
a whole map.
There is a whole map.
There's a whole map.
There is a church to the north. The Burgomaster's mansion is to the south, which is where
Which I assume...
Ismark is directing you guys to head towards.
Okay, wasn't that overrun by vampires?
Or many things have go bump in the night. He's like, we can go to my family's home, or
Like-
we can check in at the church.
Yeah, let's go via the church first. I mean, I may have a bias for churches, but like,
I mean, like, I'm gonna check in my cart at the stables because there's no point riding around in a cart every place we go.
Fair.
I can summon my horse at whim, so I'll just stay on it.
Fair enough.
The stables are attached to the tavern, which is the Blood of the Vine Tavern,
Ooh.
which
Oh, because the something blue was blue.
Blue Water Inn is in Valaki.
Okay.
You're in a different town that we've been
Yeah.
in for some fucking time.
As we're heading into town, I put my hood up in case anybody recognizes me.
Fair.
I mean, given the Burgomaster's with you,
And at
Owe
this
the
point,
Burgermeister $20.
And at this point, we don't even know if the Burgomaster's in control of the town, so...
well, he hasn't been there for
Yeah.
a little bit now.
It could just be overrun by... clowns.
Communists.
Communists, clowns, anything. You don't know.
communist clowns.
Communist clowns, that's even worse.
That's actually better.
The worst kind of communist and the best kind of clown.
But yeah, you guys make it to the to the tavern. You pull the cart into the open stables that are on the side. You Narlag untether the horses and take them over to the watering troughs. And
Have we seen any people yet?
there's a few people around. It's not vacant, but it's
Quiet.
a smaller village than Valaki by a significant margin.
Does this one have any protection or like walls or
There is
anything?
no wall
Okay.
surrounding this. This is a smaller town by a good measure.
Because everyone's sane to move to Valaki.
Yeah.
Same.
And heading on inside, Narlag to pay up for the stable time. When you go inside, there is only a couple of people within the actual bar room.
Was it the barkeeper or the guy who runs the general store that still owes me like 20 gold?
That would be the mercantile. That would be the general store.
Alright. well-
Bildrath is
Yep.
his name.
I mean, we're with the Burgomaster. Just put everything on his tab. Just be like, yeah, Burgomaster's paying for this.
No. I don't owe people money. People owe me money.
No, shut up. Everyone shut up. Put it on his Burgermaster card. Alright, I'm going home.
Feel good about that one?
Yep.
Pull out the mic and just...
For everything else, there's Burgermaster card.
Hey, you know what that was? Priceless.
Okay. Now, like, you head inside, and yeah, there's only like a couple of people in there. The barman is basically just at the bar, just sort of just looking forwards and absent-mindedly just like cleaning glasses. He'll polish one clean, put it off to the side, move on to the next one, and barely even acknowledges your existence as you approach the bar.
How much to check my carriage in?
And he's just sort of like still wiping this thing around. He's just sort of staring ahead. He's like, looks over you. 10.
Silver, copper?
I always working gold. This
Alright,
is
gold.
Gold.
Alright.
Because I'm not going to work in fragments of.
I go and hand him the 10.
And he just like pulls the money out and just puts it into like a cash box on the far side of the thing, and then just sort of like picks up the next glass, just like polishing, just looking forwards.
All will be well.
He just sort of stops and stops polishing, looks at you, and is just like,
He's from Valaki. Ignore him.
And then looks back forwards and is like, roll me perception.
I thought that was a neat touch. I rolled a 20.
Yep.
He did.
Okay. You have
You see everything.
seen.
You see through time.
You've seen this look on people's faces before.
Camera zooming around.
You've seen this look on people's faces before. This is the odd folk that are sort of born this way.
Oh, he's one of those.
Well, we know about those at this point, don't we?
Baby, he's no mistake. He was born this way.
But they
Oh
just
God, he's not a fucking ginger, is he? Oh God.
not in hair color, but in spirit. In the fact that he doesn't really have.
And that he doesn't
spirit.
have a soul. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
It's really gothic horror.
So, yeah, these ones
parallels are
they
there.
they don't exhibit any form of emotion. They don't seem to be greatly inflicted by the goings on of the town. They just sort of they are almost like automatons. They'll just do what they need to do to get to the next day. They don't feel happy about it. They don't feel sad about it. They're just doing.
So a ginger, yeah.
Pretty ginger. Yeah.
I gotta go to work on Monday, so can you like calm down with the fucking commentary on working for a living? And this is my escapism, all right? This is the only time I don't feel like that in the course of a
We
week.
get it. He has an office job.
But yeah, he's just sort of just doing his job. He is
No, he's a bar.
Keeping the bar.
He works. He works in a bar.
Oh yeah, 1,000-yard stare.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Big
All right.
Mac
Yeah.
flare?
Sorry, mate.
and he's just like
He's one of those.
and you guys are familiar with this sort of person because you
Who's that?
executed just frontier justice on someone with a similar affliction.
Yeah.
That guy.
Do I?
I yes, you guys hung the guy that murdered the
children.
girl, the Vistani girl.
Oh yeah, and he did murder people.
Yeah. But he didn't seem to find that any sort of pleasure or discomfort in that. It was just a thing that he did.
A thing that he did because he thought it might bring the fish back.
Yep. But yeah, your stable fees are paid up. Where to?
Barfellow, I have a question, if I could trouble you for a moment. We have need of a fishing boat. Do you know anybody in the town who maybe has one to rent sort of thing?
Don't know much about that.
Couldn't maybe just think about it for a second?
I think he did. How about we ask the general store owner?
No, I think he's got it. It's
Actually,
just
thinking
below.
about it, we do know someone that did have a fishing boat and isn't using it anymore.
Does the other town?
Yeah.
Really should have planned ahead on that one. Fuck.
That's a solid point. But he sort of
Taking a boat overland is not good. I'm picturing us having to like have a trailer on the back of Naleg's cart and then having to back that into like a ramp and it being just a fucking nightmare. So a boat that's already here.
Dice rolls.
Like all of your 20s have been used on like kind of useless shit.
What do you mean?
No, I'm joking. But like, just like all of your 20, like when compared to trying to put the boat in, it's just like one. God damn.
You sunk your own boat on land. Well done.
We always had this idea of setting up a bar next to like a boat jetty somewhere, and just you get there, you have a drink, and you sit there, and your entertainment was watching people trying to reverse their boats off the boat jetty.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's basically just the
That's
Claremont
ba-
Yacht Club, the actual clubhouse.
Yeah.
It's exactly that.
That's what a yacht club is. No one in the yacht club has a yacht. The yacht club thing is that you watch other people try to get their yacht into the water.
Yeah.
That's the club. I like it. It's bitchy.
There's an entire like. It's not the thing that you think is a list of like honorary members. No, it's just it's the betting pool.
It's the yacht Deadpool.
But the barman sort of just looks over at what Narlag was basically saying of like, maybe there's someone else that sells them, and he's just like, and it's just sort of like,
it's been an absolute pleasure.
and that he sort of like just picks up the glass up and just like spits in the bottom of it, and just looks at it, just like swirls it slightly, and then just like cloth goes in, starts cleaning this one out.
Fucking hate Barovia.
You've been here before.
Oh yeah, I've been all around.
I've been through here once.
I've been everywhere, man. What? So heading back out of the tavern, you can sort of see the sun is just dropping below the mountain line that sort of the hills between
How
where
late
you
in the
are.
day is it?
Sorry,
How late in the day is it?
days are not long, but you've been travelling between Valaki and Barovia, which normally takes about a day.
Fair enough.
It was part of the reason why you weren't going to be able to leave Valaki and just jump straight into a boat on the same day. You were going to have to come to Barovia and arrange things that afternoon and night. You didn't really account for fighting on a wall and all that sort of jazz on the way.
Is there some sort of criminal organization here that I can put out feelers towards to see where it might be worth stealing a boat from?
For a second there, I thought you were talking to the barkeep still, and I'm like, why would you ask the barkeep?
He's a
You're
barkeeper.
cool, right?
He's a barkeeper. He knows all rumours. Well, you sort of
Look out for some thieves'
You
cans.
are the killer, the criminal element.
roll your perception.
Fucking roll of perception. 13 plus a number. That
What?
is...
I'm going to guess it's somewhere in the 20s now.
Yeah. Guess that's a good guess.
I guess it's 23.
Yeah.
23. I have a 10 perception.
Yep. Okay. You start sort of scanning around for like thieves' cant. You find a couple of old scratching marks, which are basically just pointing to delivery times that some of the stuff from the Wizard of the Wines come through. They are significantly out of date. But then you sort of like you're looking at those scratch marks, and you move over to another sort of signpost and looking down and finding other little markings, and then just sort of like this the focus from this post goes to like softer focus, and then you can sort of start looking into the background, and you see two wooden dinghies propped up against the side of a general store.
I imagine the criminal element in this town is probably just a little girl. Like, that's about it. Like, she just...
Her name is Rachel.
Yeah.
Give me that.
Yeah. She just bullies the other kids.
She done steals a pie, she did. I love that.
It's Rachel and Jimmy No Bones. Timmy No Bones, sorry, not Jimmy.
No Bones.
It's Jimmy Three Hands.
Jimmy, I got us a raspberry pie, I did. You didn't manage to find me any bones. I'll chew it up for you.
Still chasing a metacarpal.
I don't think I can stomach a pie right now. Not with my whole bone situation.
Can't chew, no jaw.
I'll chew it up for you. No jawbone anymore. That one went in the last winter.
The weak cough at the end. Yeah. Stacked on their sort of ends with the the points up towards up against the wall are these two wooden dinghies against Bildrith Mercantile.
How long would it take us to take those boats to the place where we're planning to launch off now?
half an hour to an hour.
Enough time that we can get back with some light.
Yeah, you got them now and
we're
then.
going to set out in the morning.
Yeah, but like if we get the boats there now, then like there's less stuff for us to tow around.
Yeah, but okay.
We could just put the boat on top of the cart.
I'm not taking the car there.
Honestly, these are little dinghies that two people can carry.
We have a giant dragon. He can lift it over his head.
Okay.
Being like, look how strong I am.
It's like there's three of them in the room.
Fair enough. But yeah, go on with Bildrift and just...
Do your magic.
Oh, Bildrift, my man, how are you?
By your
You
magic,
see
I
him
mean
just sort of like
distracted
he's-
while I nick it.
He's sort of counting over his takings for the day, and it's meager to say the least. And he sort of looks up over the top of like the small reading glasses, and over the top of them, and like raises an eyebrows, like drags some money into the bag, ties it off, like still maintaining like perfect eye contact with you, and just like slips it into a pocket. And it's like, and then just like wraps some paper against the table, and is like, "Sir, how are we?"
I'm doing very well. How are you?
I'm here.
How are your takings at the moment?
Do you want me to tell you a good number, or you want me to lie?
I'd like to discuss our debt. In that I require something from your store.
Oh. Well, in that case, I guess we're in business. What are you chasing? I don't know why it sounds like he's like all of a sudden, but sure.
My companions and I require the 2 boats that you have out on the on the side there.
Right.
How much does that normally cost?
You're buying or renting?
How much would they cost to buy?
You're looking 60 gold a piece.
And to rent?
10 gold a day, plus insurance.
Insurance is how much?
10 gold a day.
So it's 20 gold a day.
Each.
Just buy them. No. I mean, like, if that's the insurance as well, then, like...
These things probably aren't coming back.
I know. So I can just spend 20 gold each on them and not give a shit.
Just for clarity, Ryan isn't actually expecting you to give him any money for this. Just
Like, he owes me 25 gold, so I'll pay him 15. So I can rent both of them with insurance.
And he's just like, huh. Insurance. Or, okay.
Could have haggled with him a little bit.
And he's just like, he turns around and like grabs this little folder off a shelf next to him and starts flicking through, and it's like, there's dust flies off them. It's like,
You're like, oh, sorry, it looks like both my boats are rented out at the moment.
weird. Is like, and he hands over these, well, let's say, hefty documents of some of the finest print you have ever seen.
Dave just appears.
Yep.
Yeah.
And apparently he's some sort of clerk.
He has the tie.
He's a bow tie.
Oh, it's a full-length tie.
Not according to my picture.
Your picture is non-canon.
Damn.
Okay. So Dave.
Dave and Narlag pour over this.
All right. Roll investigation on contract law.
Contract law. Yeah. Role playing games.
I just wanted to fucking nick him.
What are you doing at the moment?
I'm looking at the boats and trying to figure out if I was to nick him, what I would need to do.
Pick him up and walk off. It's a bit of a struggle, but you could do it.
yeah,
That's a 2.
that is a 2.
It's written in English?
Narlag never learned how to read.
There's literally like a page that's like four words, and I was like, "You are a sucker." It all checks out to me.
That scene in Wade's World too. I like what you did here.
Yeah. Okay. So picking through it, there is. Okay, this has the taste of a abyssal contract.
An abyssal contract.
It has all the flair and airy wording of a lot of ways of catching you out.
Right.
You can't seem to pick apart because you rolled particularly poorly.
Yep.
You can't seem to pick apart exactly how to stop this, like how to get around
But
these
just
loopholes.
by reading it, you are now already signed into the contract.
But it's got a real taint of this has been written by someone who knows how to outthink demons.
Damn.
I'm gonna eye him
Offer him
very
a job.
suspiciously. Yeah, like I'm eyeing this guy very, very
yeah,
suspiciously.
why is this guy not a member of our party?
Like, can I roll?
Because we've got people significantly less qualified.
Can I roll insight on him and just go like, what are you?
Sure.
What are you?
His
22.
name
22.
is Strahd.
He looks human. There doesn't seem. You're asking him, what are you?
No, but like, just the way he looks. Like, is there anything that seems off about him that isn't the normal for this area?
Judging him by his looks.
Are you asking if he's black?
Yes, I'm asking him if the color of his skin is any different to the rest of the humans in this area. You know, like how Narlag is just a shape-shifting weirdo.
I mean,
Is
you're
he
saying
black?
this sarcastically, but
No. I was thinking if I actually had a picture of this, because if it turned out that he actually was black, because there are some black people in
Yeah,
this,
that would have been
that would have been rather unfortunate.
There was actually a worse and more likely scenario. He's Jewish.
I was avoiding that one
Yeah,
really thoroughly.
Yeah, I thought we were, but then we were talking about a black guy.
I mean, like,
No, he seems human. He seems like a very competent businessman. Judging by the fact he's got one hell of a contract.
Where did you learn how to make such contract law?
You learn your way around a contract when you've got folks coming in trying to swindle you all the time.
But
And-
this is the kind of contract that you'd make with a
This sort of contract is a very binding contract. If that's what you mean, sir.
Am I getting the impression that if I sign this contract, I'm going to be like bound to some kind of demon?
You get the impression that there is a lot of stuff in the wording there that you missed, that you know, if you read it properly, probably pretty fucking dangerous.
I mean, you're already bound to a demon, so
Yeah, but like
Can't sell yourself twice!
I don't know
You
what.
can mortgage it twice, though.
Fuck, like I.
Or you
I-
can just fucking buy the things for like $20 more,
yeah,
you cheap fuck.
I feel like this has gone on way too long.
On one hand, he may own my mortal soul. On the other hand,
I'll have
$15 is $15.
And according to my price list, that's half a blowjob.
Do you want to mention that? You want to throw that in the mix? See what he thinks.
Counter offer, hand job.
Hey, gonna throw out an alternate plan here. You could kill him and take the boats.
I'm considering what spell I could cast on him that isn't necessarily killing, but isn't necessarily not killing.
That just sounds wishy-washy bullshit.
Master Darlag, you seem a bit hesitant. What are your concerns?
I don't sign any contracts that I can't understand. How about we come to a general?
I don't imagine you sign a lot of contracts then.
Ah, burn!
Yeah, why is this guy not a member of our party?
I don't know, I just all of a sudden made him a real prick.
When I first met him, he was really nice.
You went into this with a, I'm gonna sucker this shopkeeper.
I did
He's
not.
gonna regret the day he saw me, and he's explain. Could have gone in, honestly, but no. You went in there being all like, I'm going to get the one up on this NPC.
And one dice roll later, here we are.
It was literally a case of like, well, okay, I could pay less. There's insurance. Fucking whatever. But like, if it's this,
If you're worried about the insurance, you can just pay outright. Then they'll be yours.
they're gonna get destroyed, though. I know they're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah,
And
so
wouldn't
does
you
he.
just love the peace of mind of knowing that if those boats were destroyed, they would be replaced?
With my mortal soul.
You can't make a boat out of an immortal soul. You
I
can make 3
was about to go.
and a half.
Like the old church standard. Jesus made my soul into 3.5 bones.
This is a real Ship of Theseus concept here. If you have a boat and have to replace parts of it with your immortal soul, is it still the original boat?
Yes.
I,
Weirdly, just in that situation, though.
Dave, like,
I do love when I can throw in a Ship of Theseus moment.
Let's do it. It'll be
Mitchell, do you want to sign this
I'm not
contract?
signing that fucking contract.
Then just
Like,
fucking pay up.
Okay,
He owes you
but no, I'm haggling. I'm gonna haggle now.
Oh god.
I will pay you.
You're not going to pay him anything because he's going to fucking steal the boats in the meantime.
Exactly.
What are you going to do?
Like exactly. That's exactly what's happening. Like, Dave looks at Narlag. Just goes,
Are there
"You're
any
a fucking idiot."
Are there
Walks
any people?
outside.
Are there any people around? Perception roll. I rolled a 4. I got a 14.
got a
Do I
14?
see any people
Not
around?
that you can notice.
All right, I'm gonna grab a bow.
It's too late. You come outside, and we've already walked off 45 minutes ago with the boats, thinking that you'd bought them
Bought them
because it
already.
couldn't possibly take 45 minutes.
You're like poring over contracts.
No, okay.
I mean,
let's paint this scene. You
Again?
and the shopkeeper are negotiating contract law and the intricacies of the entire contract that you're going through. In the background, you just see like Wick and Ulrich like with a fucking boat over their head, just like walking off, like looking over each other over the shoulders. Like,
I am going to say, at this point, Dave is just looking at Narlag like he's a fucking moron. It's just like, I'm out. I'm just going to go to the fucking car.
Dave is there the whole time, just watching you in shocked disbelief, and there's like one eye is just watching the fucking pantomime horse of a boat walking past the fucking front door of Bildras Mercantile. Mercantile? Yep, Mercantile.
This is taking too long. Let's just fucking grab him.
Surely he's bought him by now. Okay. Roll your
My haggle dice.
your haggle with persuasion.
Persuasion. That's a 16.
You get it down to the point where it's $20 difference between what he owes you and the value of the 2 boats that are now not currently in his possession.
Okay. And Dave has seen them go out the window.
Yep.
I am not happy with this. I am leaving.
And
Have
he,
the shared site.
sorry?
We
Yeah, I
have
know,
the
I know you've got shared
Yes,
sight.
we all know that. Yes.
And he's like, hands out. Your mates have already taken the boat.
Shocked look on Narlag's face. They did what now? Like rolling deception.
Like legitimately, I don't see Ulrich as having understood that he wouldn't have bought the boat by now.
Yeah.
So I would.
Oh, you don't think you stole anything? You're like,
Yeah,
your
yeah.
conscience is clear,
Yeah, exactly.
even though you are quite literally a criminal at this point.
Yes. Yes.
It's 15.
15. Yeah, okay, you have a stunned look on on your face, like, oh my god, how did this happen? Oh no. Like, but you're paying the fucking money.
You have hundreds of gold.
Thousands of gold.
Yes, what's the issue?
I don't want to part with my money. What? This is a core part of Narlag is that he doesn't like spending.
All right. Well, I guess.
Bildras starts walking around.
Hold on a second. Roll for initiative.
Well, do you see where I was going with this? Because he starts walking around the counter, and as he does, you see him sort of reach down behind the counter and starts coming around with this is a fairly decent-sized club. And he is just like looking at you and looking at your kneecap, then looking back at you, then looking at Dave, and just like pointing to the outfield. 25.
I want this guy.
Or we get the constabulary involved in the fact that your compatriots have stolen my merchandise.
The constabulary, who are being employed by the burgomaster,
To cover the law, yes.
who is currently under my protection.
I'm sure he'll be thrilled to know that he is under the protection of criminals.
I'm sure he'd also be thrilled to know the attempts to thwart the current. What's the word for it?
Alright, fuck it, I'm rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Fine.
To fucking stab a bitch.
Yep.
I'm gonna just
You stabbed Nalak.
It's happening! It's happening again!
Get the funeral pyre ready.
Fuck it. I'm paying for it, but like I am charging.
Don't you fucking dare back down now! No! We've done this for 60 minutes. You better have a fucking way of closing this out that's funny.
I think the funniest bit is parting a fool with his money.
Yeah, basically, like that's the only option because Narlak isn't really gonna kill someone over a boat unless it's a really nice boat.
I love that this is like we've just been like
now.
we're just he must have done it by now. Let's get moving.
He's like, he's got his own cart and everything. Surely he knows how to fucking wheel and deal.
Yeah. Like they must just be chatting about old times and like doing whatever. Like you must be having a drink. Let's just take the boat. We need it. Like
We
fuck.
get it down to the shoreline before it fucking gets too dark.
Yeah.
We get halfway there and we're like, hang on. Do you know how, like, every time we need to buy lunch or drinks or anything, we take it out of his wallet? Is that the last person that did that? Was there any left? Shit. Shit. I see what the problem is now.
Like, I really want to kill him now. Mitchell, really wants to kill him. I don't know if Narlak actually really wants to kill him.
He basically he makes his way to the way across to the door, and you see.
This is
You
going
know
on way
what's going on at the moment. The stakes involved in this was like
We
the
just
very
established
first
how
step
the world
in our great plan to save
is
the
getting
world.
a boat.
And you're like, $20? Fuck that. I'm gonna I'm gonna murder an innocent person in a town and fuck everything up before anything starts.
We just established
Love it.
how
Love everything about it.
how the existence of existence is hinged on us going to this thing in a boat that we now have.
This bit has become
How is
so
this
much
bit
more
not done
like-
yet?
It's so good.
Either existence is going to end or existence is going to continue with him having fucking $20 in his pocket. Those are the two options. There is no third.
He sort of Vildrath makes it to the doorway. And he sort of leans outside, sees the two imprints of where these boats were once sitting.
Can he? Can he still see us? Because I want to wave at this point. But if we're there,
Basically,
basically, oh, thank you for the boats. Like that you legitimately sold to us.
Very nice boats.
just relax because I've got a bit that I'm doing here. Essentially, you and Wick are trailing off with the second boat off to basically the western side of town, where you're sort of propping them up on the outside, and Ismark is just following on behind just to sort of make sure they're going to a nice spot. And he sort of just turns around and looks back at Bildrath and just like waves and like gives this big thumbs up and. and Bildrath just sort of like cocks his head slightly, as like leans his club against his shoulder, and just like turns slowly on his heels around to you, and is like, "Appears things are in order then."
Thank you.
Make sure you remind him to come in and just drop the money off once he's done carting him off to the side there.
I will. As long as I'm not owing anyone any money.
See, I told you right at the beginning, just put it on the Burgomaster's tab. This would have been done like half an hour ago.
Yep. I love this bit, though. I love every bit of this
You
bit.
have thousands of gold.
Yes, but I also, like, I'm supposed to be
And how do you think he got thousands of gold?
Not by spending it.
You're not spending it, buddy.
On boats and insurance.
You haven't had opportunity to spend anything.
Yes, I have. I gave you 500.
That's true.
Speaking of, it might be time to update his contract to time for employment contract law.
Now that I'm well versed in contract law, let's redo this.
Okay. You guys carting boats off to western border of town and essentially...
That sure was uneventful.
Yeah, that took all of 2 minutes.
Okay, in all seriousness, I'm so sorry that took that long.
I am not. I fucking loved every bit of that.
We can see it on your face.
Watching Mitchell squirm about things like this is the fucking best.
Should have signed the contract.
No, I'm not giving my soul to a demon.
It would have made the game
It'd be
even
fine.
more
It's
interesting.
only if you break the boat.
I already, under duress, gave my soul to an elder god.
Look,
Did you break a boat though?
Probably.
That sounds like the best situation to be in, though.
yeah, the game would have
You
been...
literally can't sell your soul twice.
And you can.
I mean, you can't. I mean, you can't sell your soul once, but you definitely can't sell your soul twice. If you have sold your soul once, that specifically means you can't do it a second time.
So what you're saying is that I need to sell my soul to every deity that I come across,
Yeah.
so that when
Haven't you read those John Constantine comics? That's how he's immortal now. It's great.
Oh, okay. I didn't know.
That's essentially the thing. Is like they've all
He sells his soul to 3 different like demon lords.
so no, the other ones can't kill him.
Yeah. But none of them can collect because it would cause war amongst. It's really cool.
Clever.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, boats are on
It's
the
how
outs-
he cures cancer.
Can we fight werewolves now?
By the time you get the boats to the western edge of town,
Strata's just died of old age at this point.
You gotta play a 30-minute mini game of getting the boats in the water. left, right.
Up. No, just keep tapping up, because otherwise it'll fall and crash the boats.
You're not allowed to talk.
up, down, left, right.
We're not gonna get to the castle today, are we?
Yeah, I'm fucking gonna try.
We've got an hour.
I was actually thinking about calling it at some point. So I'm not kidding. I'm flagging pretty bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm in your way.
I mean, we can reasonably get ourselves to a position where, like, next week for realsies, we start out at the
Let's
castle.
get us to that point,
Yep.
and then we can call it that. Because there's one little thing I want to do in Barovia before.
Like, we haven't actually done anything.
Really? Have you played this game with us before?
Yeah. Well, like, normally we have enough that I can write an intro blurb, but, like, we've done nothing.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Could have just paid for a fucking boat.
Okay.
That was. I don't think he hurt me, and he's going to hear this later. Hey Ryan, edit that out.
No, please leave it.
And edit out the thing where I asked you to edit it out.
And then this bit.
In this bit.
And then
Leave this bit in though. I think it'll be funny.
out of context would be great. Poor Trevor. He just wants to fucking die.
I just want to die.
Morton Caden had the right idea of that waterfall.
I understand.
Okay. Boats on the western side. The sun is basically just beginning to drop. It's just dropping below the skyline of the hillsides. The chill of early evening starts to roll in. And Ismark is like, did you make a decision? Do you think we should go to the stay with in the mansion or within the church?
The mansion seems nice. I don't know. Is it? What's wrong with the mansion? Has it got vampires in it?
Inside.
Oh, okay. Well, I rolled a 20 again.
Jesus.
That brown dice is good.
Yeah.
You can see he's sort of like dodging around the edge of this question, but he's like, it's okay.
What's wrong with the mansion? Ismark? You wouldn't lie to me, would you?
It was an itsy tiny little bit under attack before I left.
Right.
But I've been gone for a little while. I think it would have stopped.
I mean, we're trying to like be uneventful and safe, like the day before heading out to this mission.
We did keep ourselves barricaded in there for several days, almost weeks.
But you're here now.
I wanted to get Irina to safety.
Maybe the church then, just for tonight then.
Sure.
I mean, if we kill Strahd, you won't have to worry about it.
All right. Can we see the mansion from like a distance away, or is it currently under attack?
It's just filled with zombies.
Walk past.
You see a pile of vampires where the mansion used to be.
It's like the big sex pile from South Park. Like, everyone back in the heap.
Get to the mansion. It's just a smouldering ruin. Maybe not.
Get to the church. Slightly more smouldering.
I remember bad shit in that church as well.
You went there.
That was the other church.
That was
It's 2 characters ago.
That was... Oh shit! It
Wasn't even
good.
Rin.
Oh, it wasn't Rin. Oh dang! From your position, yeah, you from Bildrath's, if you're in that sort of crossroads section, you look straight down south, and you can see the mansion at the end of that corridor. The windows are all sort of boarded up, like barricaded up. It's still standing. From your position as well, you can sort of look up to the northwest slightly, and towards the church. So you basically you can head north or south. And the church, it's got a similar sort of build to the Valaki one, a little bit smaller, definitely worse condition.
Oh, that was the one where we found the vampire in the cellar, wasn't it?
Your previous characters found a vampire in the cellar.
Is there a priest here?
That would be...
Oh yeah, because it was his son. Yeah, I remember. No, yeah, totally.
That would be Father Donovich.
Anything you have to tell us about, your town? Do you have anything to tell us about your the priest at the church? I mean,
It's like, all right, cool, but weirdly probing question. Do you have anything to tell us about your town and the priest in it?
Yeah.
And
just everywhere.
What genders of people he keeps in the basement? No.
Well, no, just everywhere we've been, there's always someone who wants to kill us. Is it going to be the priest?
I wouldn't imagine so.
I don't know. Okay, cool. Let's go there. Sounds good.
I mean, is the church safe in your experience?
It doesn't have the protection like Father Petrovic's church in Valaki. That's something over and above.
They don't.
That
all
was
do that.
useful.
That
was very useful.
They don't all have that thing.
But it's
that's
still a
like
church.
An
It's
extra sort of thing.
It's the undercoding.
Yeah.
Pay for the undercoating.
Bluetooth enabled church. I get it.
I mean, you would not buy the insurance. What sort of fucking idiot wouldn't buy the insurance?
I'm not saying anything.
All right, let's go to the church.
Yeah.
Which is also just a pile of vampires, probably at this point. But
It's made out of
yeah,
vampires.
in fact, I'm not surprised.
It's just one of those ones where the walls are just like writhing things with
Yeah.
like bodies and arms. It's like
That would actually be really cool.
that would be
But,
cool.
Yeah.
I just pooped a little.
So as you sort of approach here, this church is definitely showing the descent of age. The roof is sort of bowing in the middle, still held up, but it's looking pretty poorly. The front doors are covered with claw marks and are scarred with fire.
I mean, that's usual, really, wherever we've gone. So yeah, let's keep going.
Pushing through a lot of the marks there seem older. They don't look like they're recent. But yeah, pushing your way through the hallway sort of extends through, and up further you can see like the raised dais at the front of the at the church. Sitting up on it is this crudely constructed crate, and around the border of it are a bunch of sort of like wilted and dying flowers.
Oh no.
Crate. What do you mean crate?
Oh, probably
man-sized crate?
like the one. Like,
Is this a coffin-shaped crate?
yeah, it is a coffin-shaped crate.
A weirdly coffiny kind of crate.
Yeah.
About six.
Still just a crate, though. Definitely not a
Yeah.
coffin.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just a crate.
Yeah.
It just looks a lot like a coffin.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
motherfucker.
So Rin's here then.
You deserve that.
As soon as I started describing it, I'm like, oh no, this is going to come up badly. This is going to break bad for Ryan.
And lately he has been bringing in all characters back, so, you know, to go with the trend.
Yep.
It's fine. He'll be the friendliest vampire.
But yeah, it's about 6.5 feet long. It stands about yay tall, about 2.5, 3 feet tall.
It's a coffin.
It's a crudely constructed
Hinge lid,
coffin.
body in it, you know.
Cross on the
just-
lid.
just
is
because
Is the
dead body inside.
Is the lid open?
Sorry?
Is the lid open?
There's not even a lid on it. It's currently open. You can see
okay.
That's not a fucking crate! That's not even vaguely a crate then!
That is a coffin-shaped box.
That's just an open casket, yeah.
It's sort of a tea kettle shaped box that's made out of wood, doesn't have any water in it. It's a dead body, it's a coffin. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, yeah.
You deserve this, Ryan. You deserve
Because
this
of
so
where
much.
we are, I'm gonna do Divine Sense. Just because, you know, shit happens. And,
And there's a vampire that you need to kill.
yeah, and, you know, dead bodies in this place. Mm-hmm. They're never dead.
Okay.
Sometimes.
Who is it?
Better.
You get a lot of undeath.
Haven't seen it.
A shitload of undead.
Okay, we need to leave. There's dead things everywhere. Like, I'm detecting everything
Like-
undead. Like, everything. Like, let's just go. Like, you know me and how I like to kill things? Let's go.
Okay. Let's go. We go.
Actually,
As
wait,
you
while
guys-
we're here, let's just... flames all around, like, just everywhere, please.
I'm just.
So you're going to be the paladin who burns down churches.
Yes. Right now, yes. Kill everything here, please. Flames.
I mean, like, I'm gonna get like an Eldritch Blast ready just in case anything pops off.
Okay.
Oh, actually, yeah, I'll grab hold of the sword and see what that thinks.
Okay.
It's just screaming, going, kill everything.
More of a like a
Can you
mournful.
fall down the well?
You get more like a mournful wailing. Like the sound of it. It feels like the mood of a funeral.
We check out the dead body. What's in the casket? What's in the casket?
What's in the box?
There we go.
I really don't like that the divine sense doesn't let you actually figure out where the thing is.
Do you know how fucking amazingly powerful that would be for a fucking once a day ability
I
with
suppose.
no other cost?
Yeah, I suppose.
It's not even once a day.
Not even once a day.
It's
You
like
got multiple.
it's 4 or 5 times a day, but yeah, still. Yeah.
If you could just like pinpoint, it's like, oh, I walk into a room. That guy over there's a vampire.
I think like
Yeah.
like
That Alakid guy, yeah, pretty sure he's a vampire.
So the guy over there, like real pasty complexion, fabulous cheekbones.
He gave me this business card that says Dr. Acula.
What? I am a podiatrist. Dude, you're really giving it away.
What little piggy?
One little.
Oh god. Okay, let's get this done.
Okay, who's approaching the coffin? You are. Okay. Yes?
It's kind of my thing, I guess.
I'm keeping near the door.
Yeah, it's probably.
Nalag, as you approach, can you roll me a perception?
I mean,
12.
12. Okay, as you approach, you start sort of like raising yourself up onto sort of like stretching your back out, sort of raising yourself up a little bit onto the tippy toes. You're even using like a little bit of your shifting ability to just like stretch your midriff slightly to the point where you're almost like a weird sort of stretch Armstrong sort of
Sexy.
proportion to yourself.
but
Like
the
you're,
7-foot tall dragon standing right next to him doesn't see any of this.
are you walking along with him? Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you already know I can shapeshift.
Yeah, but like you're stretching up. I would feel like I'm already up there.
It's not always about you.
Can you roll, please, as well then?
Ooh. Ah, 20.
God fucking damn it!
19. Well, so it's 19.
This is the day that Mitchell does nothing.
This is the day where I roll for shit.
Okay.
Although it's still 19.
You both sort of see a body within it. Like he,
Love the 20s today.
It jumps out at us.
nah, but you're sort of blah.
Which, given that we're ready for this thing to do that, would be a very dumb decision. But yeah.
I'm Strahd. I came to you because I'm so fucking bored of waiting.
Did you sign that contract?
6 fucking years.
It was 14 gold.
I'd set you up a fucking carriage.
Actually, yeah, he did send us a carrot. And then we burnt it.
Yeah. Guess who didn't get his insurance back on that one? Strahd.
He doesn't deserve to get
Still dealing with this fucking contract.
It's written on Bissell.
Who does this?
I'm going to be very disappointed with the Strahd that we encounter. He's not going to be nearly as funny as he is in my head.
You can't have fucking 2 years of build up and have that guy fucking pay off. I'm gonna fucking look at.
Yeah, he's going to be like scary and confident. We're going to be like, oh, that's not funny.
I was expecting Leslie Nielsen.
Before you look,
Or alternatively, he's the old man from Family Guy.
oh, yeah, that's
With a little whistle and everything.
yeah. Before we fight Strahd later on,
here, you sexy son of a bitch.
you need to look up. You need to look up Count Blah.
I will. I will.
yes.
But okay, both you see this body in the coffin. It's dressed in sort of like a tunic. It's got bundles of like herbs and like sage and everything laid across it. The face, you can see around the eyes. You sort of spot this more quickly because of the natural 20. But you can see around sort of the base of the eyes where it would have had like sort of reddened or darkened rings under its eyes, but with the decay of with the demise, that sort of gone to more like a purple bruising sort of color. The whole face
color.
No, the whole face is quite gaunt. Like it's almost like the skin has been pulled tight over a skull. But yeah, would have been a younger person.
Okay.
Wick.
Hello.
roll me a perception as well.
12.
12. You hear the sound of a door opening behind you, off to your
As long as it wasn't the door closing.
over
that's
your
into the
over your
thing.
over your left shoulder.
What's Why doing right now? Is he with us or?
Where are you? Are you
Hopefully he's setting fire down.
I'm still at the falls.
still working on that watercolor?
You guys didn't notice. I got off the gun. I'm just gonna go and do a watercolor, guys. You coming back, right?
Fuck you guys. You hear like the door sort of like the squeak of the doorknob turning and the door opening up and just like
Someone's getting out of the shower.
and just like shuffling out of the room, like just a slow sort of dragging of the feet.
What is it?
Turning around, you see this sort of older face. It's just got like darkened features around the chins, where like the beard's been growing in. Like again, sort of darkened rings under the eyes. It looks solemn as hell. In the right hand is just holding like a single candle in a little candlestick holder. It's like,
Hail and well met.
what are you doing here?
We've come for sanctuary. Sanctuary. That's the word. I've done that. That's what we've come for.
Sanctuary doesn't exist in this place anymore.
I mean, the concept still.
It doesn't, though. What sanctuary can be provided by a place that can't even protect the son of its own priest?
Is this a bad time? Should we come back later?
No, you shouldn't. But if you must, there are 2 rooms over there.
We're actually with the returned Burgermeister and his sister. Yay!
Lords be praised.
That's the spirit. Hi, I'm Wick. What's
When
your
he-
name?
Donovich. Father Donovich.
Oh yeah, no, of the whole church thing. Yeah.
Where is Ismark and Irina?
Oh, they're just coming in now. We were checking to make sure it was safe. There weren't any monsters.
He sort of shuffles back into the room and closes it, and then like you hear just like the sound of like basically changing, like getting out of the rags essentially that it was in, and he comes back out and he's just got like this sort of dusty looking like priestly robes. They've got the collar back on, and he shuffles out. Like,
I'll open the door back, look outside, and be like, "It's okay. There's no vampires in here. It's safe to come in."
and he's like, "My lord, my lady, I apologize. I can't.
This guy's got a mood.
The church can provide all the protection of any domicile, but it has no power beyond that. All things good and holy just get stripped from this land by that," and he just like points and gestures in the direction of Ravenloft up on the hill. you need somewhere safe, this is as good as any hut.
Huts.
If you don't mind, I'm going to use this time to bury my son. And with that, he sort of just like shuts the door behind him and just like shuffles his way over to basically the coffin up on the dais. He picks up the lid for it, which is leaning up against the back wall, and just like throws it on, and just basically starts like nailing this lid down.
He was in a better mood than I was expecting.
At one point, you see him start to like. You hadn't noticed them because you were looking at the body, less of the actual crate. But he pulls these chains that were sort of the crate was sitting on top of, like 3 chains in a row. Once the lid's on and nailed down, he pulls each of them over and then basically bolts each of them shut, essentially adding an extra layer of protection on this crate.
Good idea.
Like he's making sure this what remains inside that box doesn't come back out, and he sort of bows his head and sort of rests it on top of the this box for a good few minutes, and then sort of sits back up, and you can just see like the redness in the eyes, and just a man who is burying his son.
He seems too depressed to be a vampire.
And he just sort of looks across the group, is like, "You there, big guy?
Yep.
How do you feel about being a pallbearer?"
I assume I can pretty much just lift it, yeah. Sure. Alright. Grab it, the whole thing.
I can't have you shoulder the whole thing. I just need you to share this. Look, you probably could. It was a gaunt little, teenager early 20s. It's a pretty light on box. You've probably got enough strength to carry this thing by yourself. But
and you took pick up teenager as a feat, so
I'm not going. I'm not
to touch that
fuck,
one.
no, sorry. No,
yeah.
I'm confusing your character sheet with my Tinder profile.
Yeah. Okay. I do have ceremony, which lets you do a funeral rite.
Yep. Essentially, you take the.
Although, wait, he was already undead. He was already a vampire, wasn't he? Does that work?
Yeah.
The target can't become undead by any means short of a wish spell for the next 7 days. I don't know.
Look, it couldn't hurt to do it.
It couldn't hurt.
But yeah, you essentially, he's like,
Ooh, there's
I can't
that
ask you to shoulder this entire burden.
Standing behind me,
I just can't do it all by myself. So,
Let him take a little bit of it.
essentially, he wants to take the one end and you take the other.
He's not heavy. He's my brother. He's not actually my brother. I don't know who he is.
But you guys basically make a slow pathway out the front doors and then sort of around the building, and you come to a recently dug grave plot. The headstone is already there. It's sort of crudely carved so far, just enough to spell out the boy's name, which is Doru Donovich.
Doru the Explorer.
Dora the Explorer.
Well done. You rolled a 2 for that joke.
I love it.
It made me laugh. That's all I care about.
That's why it wasn't a 1. But the two of you basically lower the this coffin down into the ground, and how long does the ceremony take?
An hour.
An hour. And over the next hour, between the two of you, basically go through funerary rites. Yours are a lot of yelling at Mars, and over the next hour, you basically incantations, a lot of chanting and various singing and screaming and yeah, sure. And then at the end, like the hole's been filled. There's just a mound of dirt over the top at this point. And the father just basically like slaps the shovel to sort of pat down the last couple of pieces, and just like, I truly thank you.
You're welcome.
I don't know if you would have experienced this sort of pain of burying a child.
Not a child.
He's passed kidney stones before, though. So.
Yeah. I did have an egg once.
Did you do the thing when you're in primary school of looking after an egg for a week? See if you can do it.
It was a chicken egg. I made an omelette out of it. But yeah.
This is that thing where Dragonborn can spontaneously change gender.
I didn't say I laid
like genetically recreated dinosaurs.
I didn't say I laid the egg. Just squash it.
You guys you two make your way back in. Meanwhile, everyone else is sort of
When I go back in, divine sense again.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there's undead all around.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not overly comfortable staying here.
You guys sort of settle into the two rooms. There's sort of, I guess, essentially 6 of you all up, with Irina and Ismark.
I ask the
Wait, Rudolph also with you guys as well. 7 of you.
I ask the priest if
What
there's
happened to Korik?
if there's a cellar or or both.
When you arrived at town, he hadn't arrived with you. He did charge ahead, but he didn't come into the town proper.
Yeah, I asked the priest if there's a cellar or an attic or both.
And
I'm
all you do is look up, and you can tell straight away there's no attic because you can see sections of cloud.
No.
I don't happen to notice.
No. I'm sorry. What did you say?
If there's a cellar or an attic or both.
Or both? A cellar attic?
I mean, like, you've got, like, that tiny hut spell, yeah? Are you going to be using that?
Who's asking?
Malak?
He's not even here.
Just
He's
7
back at the waterfall.
Would 7 people even fit in that thing?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
It is a
If only he was there.
Sun's going down. It's like it's golden hour. It's beautiful.
There is a
You guys
cellar,
understand
but that is off limits currently.
Because I kind of feel like there's a lot of vampires around here, and I want to kill them, or just make sure they're not nearby anymore.
Alright, we'll just go, like, maybe they're invisible. Maybe they're invisible. You should just walk around, swinging your sword in all directions until you kill all the vampires that apparently you can only see. Why don't you do that?
You've been tapping into your divine senses, haven't you?
Yes.
All right. At midnight, be on the stoop at the front.
Okay.
I'm taking you out on a date.
He's gonna be out there with a boombox.
Pretty.
I mean, I'll wear my armor.
He's going to have the boombox out, but it's not the song you think it's going to be.
I like big butts.
I was going to say it was going to be Goodbye Horses.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Dun, 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 dun.
I know it's the one that from Silence of the Lambs. The guy's like, "Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me."
Yeah.
That's her with
okay.
his dick tucked back.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the key detail, thank you.
It kind of was.
She really was at the time.
But yeah, you guys sort of settle in, and you hear this. At one point, you got the highest passive, haven't you? You hear the sound of like heavy footfalls coming. It almost like sound like a galloping horse, but it doesn't sound like hooves. It sounds more like paw pads.
Little sizzle.
And they sort of stop at the short walls of the church, and you just hear the sound of like two smaller feet of like hitting the ground and just walking towards the gates.
You don't hear halflings walking. They have hairy feet,
Like a spider.
like not like as far. Let's just move on.
You fucking started it, okay? You brought it up.
You have
sit
yourself
there,
to blame on that
and
one.
you think of little tiny furry spider feet running across your face.
And just remember, you eat 8 to 7 kilos of spider a night.
I think you got those stats wrong. I think that's a myth. I think
Oh no! I think the other part of it is you eat.
if
Also, you also
I
eat-
ate 7 kilos of spider a night, I would have to poop.
He's not repeating the myth that like everyone on average
Just-
eats
yeah.
like 7. Like you specifically, we've been doing a thing to you for a year now.
Hey, wait!
I remember how it started.
Do you not also get HelloFresh? I just get like a box full of spiders. For the record, HelloFresh is not going to be sponsoring this.
You listen to the wrong podcast. You just subscribe to Spider French. Spider Box. It's, every month they send you a new box of spiders, and wow, me and the wife have got this.
It weirdly isn't doing well.
One subscriber, and it's me? Weird!
Why wouldn't you want a box of spiders delivered to your home?
Use our coupon code. Why?
And they'll pay you. They're desperate.
We gotta get rid of these spiders.
Where do they keep coming from?
What kind of god would allow this?
This is a bit.
And also Squarespace. Squarespace.
Oh, and
Dream better.
and don't forget Raid Shadow Legends now.
Squarespace, where we decide to wet the spider delivery service.
Squarespace. What the fuck is how you dream? What the fuck is up with how you dream?
This one will never get sponsors. But I don't care. It means we can do this. Oh shit! But yeah, okay. The door, the left of the two doors opens up.
You're trying.
It's so hard. It's so hard. Opens up, and you basically just see Korik walking through the. Oh, I'm still trying so hard.
And see.
Korik walking through the door. This time he's got both the face mask and the hood down. And yeah, you've just got this whole spectral shape to his entire face. Like you can see like the pronounced edge of where his face, like his spiritual face is, and it still has like a vapor or an ectoplasmic sort of residue sort of vaporizing off it. The top of his head, rather than sort of just like hair sort of flowing backwards, it's got a whole sort of like slow burning, slow moving fire sort of effect. A little bit like,
Korik got cool.
a little bit like Hades from
Korik was always cool.
from Hercules,
Yeah.
that sort of
He
thing.
got
As
cool.
much as I don't
Got
want
a lot
to
cooler.
support any works by James Woods, but
He's problematic, isn't he?
yeah, he's real problematic. He says a lot of really weird shit on Twitter.
Well, that's what Twitter's for.
Yeah,
Wait,
true.
what does he do now?
He's just a,
He's bad.
he's a bad. He's a
He's
bad.
a bad.
But Korik sort of walks in and is just like looking around and is like, has he sorted out the monster in the cupboard?
The monster in the cupboard?
He had a thing in the cellar.
I mean, he's told us that it's off limits, but
This was the church where we got the bones from, wasn't it?
no.
Okay.
But we're
He had a vampire in the cellar.
His son?
Yeah.
His son?
well, we just buried his son.
That situation may have just resolved itself somehow.
And the old man finally grew a pair.
Hasn't he killed his own...
Undead son?
Well, I don't know what else to call it.
Undead son.
Entombed his undead son? Jeez.
Well, your previous characters didn't do it.
Well, yeah, we didn't, and, like, he wouldn't have died otherwise. I'm thinking, like, the port scrawny thing was just tied up in the basement, but if he was a vampire, that wouldn't have ever killed him.
He'd be severely weakened, which means
Yeah.
a frail or elderly priest could dispatch his own son.
Wasn't he only turned? He hadn't like properly.
He hadn't
fed or something?
Yeah, he hadn't fed properly for the first time. He'd only been turned.
So he wasn't a full. Yeah.
Jeez, yeah, okay. I didn't put that together that he would have had to have done the last little bit.
Yep.
Eesh.
Let's just say the passage of time will get him most of the way there. Someone's got to fucking actually do the final
little push.
State that final claim. Gross. Garrick's like, rest up. You guys are going to need your energy tomorrow.
You're not my mom. Are you?
Do you want a fucking twist? Because that's how you get a twist.
You throw stupid ideas at Ryan. Ryan goes... There's a comically quizzical look on his face. Dreamscape. Alright.
Cool.
Unless anyone's got anything they want to do before sleepy times.
We want to steal more boats.
Can I go and burn the boat shed down?
Because he's going to burn the boats.
Yeah, that'll get him. Yeah,
To inspire the men!
To swim better down the rapids.
Alright, I got no reason to be cagey about this.
Uh-huh.
I'll bust out 3 incarnations of Tiny Hut.
This is after everyone's has made like meager beds out of like these rotten fucking bedrolls and everything that are left in there, and you're like, whoop, whoop, whoop. There you go. It's fucking hotel a la YU.
Stand out the front, hand out. She's not free, motherfuckers.
I didn't even know you could make multiples of them.
Why you fucking Trump? Yeah, hotel magnate. That's how it starts.
Yeah, and then you're going to go bankrupt very quickly.
And then it gets worse.
Yes, and then it gets... Yeah.
It gets so much worse.
Then he becomes Strahd.
No,
much
Strahd's
credit.
competent.
Yeah.
I hope.
We'll see, I guess. Yeah, so tiny huts are out. Anything else you're doing?
No, I'm pretty cool with that. I am interested in the midnight
viewing?
showing of whatever the hell that was. That sounded ominous as fuck.
Ulrich, anything you're doing?
Other than waiting for midnight and basically just like holding on to my sword, like wanting to kill things that I feel like are around.
I needed some elaboration on that one there, not just like, it's heading into night and I'm holding my sword.
Yeah, no.
Because jerking it.
He's got the door shut. He's got some music on.
Lit some candles.
Slowly throttling
Blue
myself.
candles. Oh, wrong game.
Malak's going to sleep, but he heard that thing about the midnight thing, so he's getting Dave to watch it for him.
Yep. Wick.
Wick's cool. He's going to sleep. He's
Yeah,
got a big job tomorrow.
You got a big, got the
He's
got
getting
the biggest of jobs.
He's getting a good night's sleep before the early start we got to get on the thing. Not staying up to midnight for some dumb shit that a priest said. So cool. Somebody's got to be well rested for his. He's got to be top of his game. He doesn't have magic to keep up with.
Okay. Those of you that are waiting up,
Roll initiative.
No, I just put my dice away. No, I refuse. They can roll initiative.
Just fucking kill me.
You see Corrick just sort of walk outside, and he's just like walking the grounds of the church and just sort of doing a slow circuit. You can see him just like thumbing through his pockets and every now and then sort of bringing out a couple of trinkets that are in his pockets and sort of looking at them and then sort of tucking them back in. I'm trying to remember what sort of stuff Corrick had on him.
Buttons.
Badge.
Notepad.
Potatoes.
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 Wait, why did he have potatoes?
Because you can mash them, grate them, do a stew.
Excellent source of vitamins and carbohydrates.
Diddly dee potatoes.
And a fantastic projectile when you run out of cannonballs.
What the fuck are we doing? What is... Hang on.
What am I doing
What
with
is
my life?
any of this?
Who are you people? Why am I here?
Fiddle-dee-dee potatoes.
We turned a 5-minute bit out of just one rubbish comment.
We just spent half an hour negotiating contract law.
As it heads towards midnight, you see you can see just the shape of the moon sort of glowing through the constant overcastness of the night, just giving that sort of halo look around the sphere in the sky. The grounds around the graveyard attached to the church. There's like this light mist just sort of emanating across the floor, being just like illuminated by the moon glow. And as it heads into midnight, you see that mist just start to sort of like swirl and move about, and you see sort of the first sort of shape of like an arm just sort of like piercing up through this haze, and like almost grabbing hold of the top of this mist layer like it's a solid surface, and like pulling the rest of a body up, followed up by the head, and then the left arm pulls itself out, and this one here is holding a shield, and it like pulls itself up out of this ground made of mist that it's just sort of animated against and made of. And then another body, and then another. They'll just sort of like start clawing their way out of this floor of vapor, and just start sort of marching from the church down the
Mosquito or something.
southwards down out of the church grounds towards the village centre, and more of these entities just sort of join this parade, this march.
When I was a young boy.
Didn't mean to be laughing at this bit. And looking across the group, you just see just heaps of like just a variety of different folk. They're all sort of spectral in shape. You can see like any time like even a slight breeze moves through, like part of their bodies just like drifts out and then just sort of like just merges back in. Like there's not much holding them together. They are the shallowest of shade of the person they were. Your divine sense is giving you
It's just blank.
This
a blur. Yeah.
This is what you were sensing. This is the undeath you were sensing. This is the reflection.
Ghosts.
This is the reflections of souls departed. That souls were too damaged, too broken in their last incarnation to be born again.
I get out a proton pack. And then I cross the street.
Looking across, you see most people that they are either like you can see they're like carrying like heavy injuries. Like some of them have got like obvious like gash marks across the chest. Other ones have got like sections torn out of the throat. Every single person in this march has some horrific detail encapsulating the way that they fell.
Yeah.
And this parade continues on for a good 10-15 minutes. It's just like you can't see the front of it anymore. It has gone for so long. and there's still just a flow coming through. And towards the end, you see two others join in, and at this point, Korik reacts
I was
strongly.
about to say, yeah, you you had to count how many were left in that party, didn't you?
Yeah. You see sort of a haggard, older-looking dwarven.
Ruggedly handsome.
Wow. Like looking worse for wear for the years,
A guy who looks like Tad.
but
But a little bit older.
but with like the priest, the robes of the clergy, but they all seem like singed and burnt through. And you see a taller human, relatively well built, but still sort of spry looking.
Looks like he doesn't own a castle.
Looks like someone that is probably could have been in their 20s, but looks like they've seen hard times. Like they look like they'd aged quickly, like they've been through some fucking shit. And as they're walking past, you sort of manage to focus on him a little bit more, and down one side of his face is like this harsh burn that you can also see bone coming through on some sides.
Died in their house, didn't you? Or the
They all got
barn
burnt.
thing? Oh, yeah. And when the thing, that windmill was on fire. Yeah.
And then
The actual...
the
I mean, like, that funeral
Oh,
pyre
that's right,
made
because they
sense.
were still alive at the time, weren't they? Yeah, that's right.
They weren't.
No,
No, only...
Oh, no, that's right. I could have raised them. Yeah,
Augustus.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was-
only Augustus was still alive, and
Yeah.
Korik was just like, don't you
and-
fucking dare.
Korik walks up to face these two as they march along, and just sort of just stands in front of them and just like dips his head slightly as these two just walk through him, and like a wisp of vapor disappears as they both sort of pass over the top of Korik's form, and just looking straight forwards, like they didn't recognize that Korik was there at all.
As they go
And-
by, I say, what a guy. He looks like Tad.
And after they've sort of passed through, you see Korik's whole sort of spectral form just sort of like dimmed down slightly, and he sort of just drops down to his knees and just bows his head, drops his head down, and then stays there for a good minute, 2 minutes. And he sort of seems to like take a sigh, flips his hood back up, pulls his mask up, and gets up and like at dawn, I'll see you. And walks out of the graveyard, following along the rear of the March of the Damned. And as he passes through the main gate, Sparky basically trots up to beside him and just sort of walks about a foot or so behind him, off to his right, as they sort of march along and follow along with the cursed.
I look at you and say, you weirdly craving a sandwich?
What? And yeah, with that, we'll pick up the actual incursion into Ravenloft next time.
Well, down. And that's this week's episode of the Sunday Sessions. You can email the crew at isolatedcitygaming@gmail.com, follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at Isolated City Gaming, and if you like what you hear, tell a friend. We're available across a lot of platforms, iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, and on YouTube. Just search for Isolated City Gaming or the Sunday Sessions. Catch you out there.